Okay, so we are live on air, and we're talking about The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 10, the one where Rick and Michonne get it on. So, yay! And it seems like Ash is having a little bit of technical difficulty, but you can always leave messages in the chat.
I just clicked over for some reason. Ash, it says that you have your mute. You mute your microphone. So just double check your settings if you can.
Hey, Danielle.
Hey, you guys.
Hi, Vicky.
Hey, Lainey. Hi, Vicky.
Hi. Hey, Vicky, Amy, Kay, everybody.
All right, so let's get this thing started. Like, I don't even know where to start. I mean, I guess we could just start from the beginning, because the beginning was amazing, and as soon as it started, it's like, oh my god, this is so different. This is and even though we had spoilers about it, we didn't know exactly what was going to happen. And so when Michonne appears in her robe, I'm just like, oh my god.
I was about to say that. I was dying. I was like, oh my god. Look at this.
Well, this kind of episode was really needed, because I had been saying on Tumblr and Tell It to the Dead that these group of people, our core group, have been on the run since 4B. And it was starting to really become a bit monotonous that they're constantly on the run. They get to Alexandria, and then they got problems here too. So we needed, even though there were, maybe they'll do flashbacks that 2-month period that had, passed by. But they really needed, we needed a reason for them to be trying so damn hard. I mean, if you can't get to this level of normalcy, and all your fighting and killing and brutally killing cannibals, if you can't even get to here, then what are you busy fighting for? So you needed something where it's like an everyday thing. So that it seems like fighting a horde or cannibals or just marauders and everything is out of the ordinary. You need some stability, or else what are you doing all of it for?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Andy said that the audience needs a break from all of the death and all of the drama as well. It was just nice to be able to take a breath and not necessarily worry about people dying this episode or whatever.
It was definitely a really light and just really fun episode.
Mm-hmm. There were some things that didn't make sense to me, but okay, it was just to feed the plot. Like, how the hell did Jesus get out of them, them ropes and jump on top of that truck when they were long gone? I don't even think he's
all blame Rick.
I don't think he's a human being.
He's a miracle.
He wasn't even that good in the comic book. Dang, I was like, this dude jumping and leaping and, stealing keys. You a thief? And I'm like, what? I was just like, okay. And why were they running? I was like, why did they leave that car? Why did they leave that Chrysler behind? I didn't understand that.
Why did they go a different way home?
Right.
I
feel like they were saying that maybe that being in Alexandria did make them a little bit soft. Because when they first find that truck, they're like, we need to be careful, right? And it's like, yeah, this should be automatic. You don't need to be saying that.
Oh my goodness. Automatic that they take that truck immediately back to. I will never get over that. I know they need certain situations to drive the story, but the minute I saw that truck, I'd be like, bet, we done for the day. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. And what
We
was the
getting
point
back.
of going off road and going to that farm? They had a clear shot. They could have been going home, but they had to stop off at this farm. For what? What was the point?
It just seemed very comedic to me. It was just nonstop laughing for me.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was just from
wicked
like
girl
pure
being
shock
dumb.
and
Be
I
dumb.
don't.
But
I
mean,
felt bad
let it
for
go,
Rick's
so that-
feet because I know them boots. His feet had to have been barking and them boots running.
He's been wearing those boots for a while.
Look, Tennille compared to what?
Blisters.
Compared to what? Remember, they was out on the road for a couple of weeks. A day's worth of funk on the feet may be a problem. You know, give it back to how they was.
Girl, I had to come up out them boots. I'm sorry, like, give me 1 second, Dara. Hold on.
But he did
take
take.
these off. Let's go.
I noticed that
Something else. So
he took his boots off when he got home.
He sure did. And rubbed them corns.
But we
He
were
was rubbing
arguing
on
about
them
whether he would do
corns.
that last week, but he did it.
He was rubbing them corns down. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do we know who left the truck there?
No.
Had a fully loaded truck
No.
just randomly.
Just chilling.
I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, who saw the truck? How did they find the truck? How did they
They were
know it was
looking for
green?
grain.
The plot hole.
No, well, initially they were looking for grain, that same grass or whatever it is that Eugene was talking about. Prior
Sorghum.
to them leaving, he gave him a list, and he said, if you can
for two
find this, that would be great.
days.
To be honest with you, I was like
They
Rick
was looking-
and Daryl when he was talking. I didn't understand a damn thing he was saying when he was talking to them. I was like, get what? What? You know, they were like, they didn't understand what he was saying. I was lost. I was like, what are you talking about, Eugene?
It's a specific. I had to look it up. It's a specific grass.
It was like sorghum or something.
It's for,
Sorghum.
yeah, it's for
Yeah.
sustainable living.
Mhm.
It's alternative grain/grass consumers can use to help the soil so it can maintain moisture. So in a sense, Eugene was pretty genius on that.
That's a thing.
I like the part with Spencer and Michonne.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that. And it kind of reminded me back of episode 3, Thank You, when Michonne was telling Glenn, you have a wife, you have someone to go back to. And then you fast forward to Spencer telling her she has someone to go back to. And I was just like, oh, that touched my heart.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
See? Yeah.
Does anybody else think that Deanna should have been in much worse shape?
Yeah.
Yes, for
Yeah.
2 months. Yes.
And like,
She
how
should
did
have been
she
a bag of
escape
bones.
without getting like completely devoured?
Yes,
Yeah.
a bag of bones. That's what she should have
Get
been.
downstairs and out of the house and into the woods.
Yeah, she made it a long way,
Yeah.
and she's the only one.
Yeah.
I don't know how she made it out of Alexandria. I don't. Yeah.
From down the stairs.
Yeah.
I would like to think that she probably tumbled down the stairs.
She
Well,
made
she
it
would have had
she
a broke
made it 2 months.
leg, a broke arm, and she tumbled down the steps.
She made it 2 months and she ain't have no bites from when they bum rushed her in the house. None.
Thank you.
She wasn't really even decomposed. I mean, she was a little mottled, her flesh, but she wasn't even. Her hair even still kind of looked combed.
Yeah, she looked put together.
She was
She looked in the mirror before she walked out that house. She was like,
Oh my goodness.
Can we talk about
Oh,
Carl?
we got Tiffany, so I don't care.
yes, let's talk about Carl. Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm so relieved that he didn't lose his memory, because that was kind
Yeah.
of worrying me. and just like him remembering Judith and remembering Michonne and of course Rick, like that, like it's kind of unrealistic that he's not feeling more angsty about being shot in the eye, or at least that's the way it seems. But I'm happy.
Right. Hope they bring that up about him being shot. I hope they do.
I think they're going to change the story somewhat because a lot of the things that happen with Carl in the comic, he is really young. And Carl on the show is like, he pushing 17, 18. And some of the things that are in the comic just would not, like, quite frankly, No Way Out, it was cool and everything, but a 17-year-old Carl being held by devouring Jesse, and she holding on to his arm that strong, what is that saying? You know, he's 17. We seen 17-year-old boys, and Jesse was meek at best. I mean, she killed that one walker, but you can't break out that grip. I've never had a death grip before, don't get me wrong, but he's a young man. He can't break out of that. But it works in the comics because Jesse is bigger than Carl. He's only 8 or 9. But a big Carl, his big ass, please.
Yeah. Wait, Ash, can you say something?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes. We can hear you.
I didn't say anything, no.
What happened?
I have no idea. I just Googled it because I'm like, why? Because I tried Firefox and Chrome and it was acting up and saying my microphone wasn't on. So I just Googled it, and I guess that was so.
Good. All right, we're glad you can participate now.
Right, this would be the episode I got problems on.
Well, this is the episode that, like, I tried to live stream, and then my computer, like, I checked, like, 10 minutes before the episode, and, like, my computer was working fine, and then the episode starts, and then, like, none of the video works. So I want to say thank you again so much to Emmy for helping me watch the episode live by, through Hangouts.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it was fun. I did have to leave the room, like, the last 8 minutes. I walked away, like, screaming.
Oh, really? Did you?
Yes. I went into the bedroom.
I know.
It was.
Oh, hi,
Yes.
Hi, Camille.
Did you guys see the video on Tumblr with the woman on the floor and she's spinning around in a circle?
Yeah.
The whole and I said, I'm laughing at it. I said, but I felt the same way. I was pacing around my living room. I was like, oh my god, and I was covering my mouth. I couldn't contain it. It was that serious. And I was like, I've never had a ship come to fruition like that, and it was too much. So I know what that woman was doing on the floor. I identified with what she was doing. It was too much. It was too much. It was too much.
I started crying, and like I ran to the TV and hugged it because I was so happy.
Husband was high-fiving.
What are you doing? I lost it. Oh my god!
I just started to cry. I cried for like an hour straight. I could not stop crying. Ugly crying, bad crying.
And did you guys see Officer Friendly? Like, she straight up had an orgasm watching it. It was amazing.
That was my impression too.
We should have done reaction videos. That would have been funny.
I know.
I don't know, I'm feeling really light and giddy after, it's been almost 24 hours, and it still just feels like, when I'm watching it, first of all,
Still
like,
high.
Is this okay?
Yeah. Did this really just happen? Really? Oh my goodness.
It's not a dream.
It doesn't feel like real life, and it doesn't feel like The Walking Dead. Like,
No.
they tried to avoid this as hard as they could.
Yes.
Sucks
But they still did it, so props
Yeah,
to them.
but
From what I've seen, everything looks positive.
Was amazing.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was saying from what I've been reading, everything looks positive. I haven't seen anything, you know.
Yeah, I had noticed that as well. That they, the idea of all these articles, and these are all articles that we see every week. But it seemed like all the articles were like, Richonne is canon, yes, and it was like they was high-fiving each other, you know, like all over the place. It happened, you know. That was the kind of feeling, and I'm wondering if they went. All right, I wasn't a big fan of the Rick and Daryl part of it. I liked the parts with them and Jesus, but it just seemed like these particular stories, that one and the thing with Spencer and his mother, were just kind of laid out on the story platform. Well, we got to do something with these stories. All right, well, let's just put them here. The main piece of that episode is, you know, Richonne and Carl and Judith. That's the whole thing, but there wasn't a whole lot of scene to it. So they just went ahead and filled it up with all of this stuff in the middle like that. But that whole episode, the way, you know, Rick going out to work and all that mess that happened, and all of that tied back into that last scene, which is what made it great, because it wasn't a whole lot of, they're not good at intimate and romance and stuff, but they made it very subtle, which is how it was, which is how it was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be a big deal. It was supposed to be like on a humble, like by accident.
Right.
Yeah. It was natural.
Right.
It was natural.
Natural and erotic.
Right. It was good. It was good.
The minute they held hands, I was gone. I was gone.
I was really impressed with the writing in this episode for Rick and Michonne anyway. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Right.
Yeah, especially considering you wrote it.
Right.
I thought it was a joke.
I want to go back to Carl, because I think he had a huge part in why Michonne was able to open up to Rick. And I think Spencer does also tie into that as well. And like, because they have all of these little things that tie together, I think like the whole episode really is excellent. Like everything kind of makes sense. Like even the Rick and Daryl stuff was silly, but they have those moments where like you see Rick is thinking about Michonne, and like it was really subtle, but they didn't have to do that, but they did it, and that's amazing to me. So I mean, yeah, I like everything about that episode. Like, just about I loved, and one of my favorite parts was when Carl was like, Joan is out there, I'm not leaving it. It was like,
Yeah.
I love that.
What I have wanted to see like all season. Like, if they wanted to do all that other crap, fine. Just give me Carl and Michonne, and then like it would have made the wait like more bearable. So that they finally doing it, that just makes me. It just made everything fit together better.
And it was very subtle. It was, and you know what? And contrary to what everybody else may want, I don't want them to ever have to utter the words "I love you." I'm done with that phrase there. That I don't have to hear it, because people could say it all the time. So Abraham told that to Rosita, and you see what getting ready to go down in the next damn episode. But they don't ever have to utter the words. For me, it just needs to be implied and shown, and that's why that last scene, it was like, you know what? I'm good with them making out on the couch and then seeing them, you know, laid up in the bed, butt naked. You know, it's like, okay, as long as there's no question about it. That was what I wanted to avoid. I don't want any question. This is what it is. This is it. Anybody else who says that it's not it, you're crazy. You're delusional. This is it. They kissed, and you see them laid up naked in the bed. His hand is on his hand is on her ass. You can't get no more confirmation than this. You can't.
I want to hear who's gonna die though. I want to hear that.
You want to hear what?
Come up, but I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear. We don't die. I think that
That's
was
what I
really
want to hear them
in the
say.
comics, and I want to hear that.
I want to
That's
hear
what I want to
that.
hear.
I could do it. I could
I want to hear it.
do without that phrase. I wasn't crazy about that in the comic. They could do something else. They could come up with, and which I think they are going to do, because I was also going to say that the way they went with Richonne, as opposed to this is a complete idea from them, it makes me wonder what else are they getting ready to do that is their own idea. It could be the same concept overall, but they're going to go about it in a completely different fashion. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking.
I can see that. I can.
You have to remember they got to accommodate for the fact that Carl is a lot older, right? The fact that Michonne is not Andrea. She's not a sharpshooter, at least, quote unquote, that we know of. She's already, and that's the other thing. I was like, I said it on the website. I was like, Kirkman and Gimple are going to get credit for all of this, and it's like, I guess they should, but it's like it seems so wrong. But they made us wait this long, and you can't deny the fact that it wasn't a sweet, it wasn't sweet, but it was like Kirkman was righting some wrongs that he did in the comic. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got a question
Rick and
from
Michonne in the comics are still close.
we got a question from Messina, which is Miss Curious on Tumblr, and she wanted to know if anyone had figured out what Rick said after he said, "Wait a minute."
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had to do a lot of.
Oh wait, we
volume
recorded this like
high.
a few minutes ago.
So someone has a clip of it in Spanish, and there are Spanish subtitles. I was thinking about translating that, but
Oh, what is it?
I'm not good at Spanish, so
Oh, okay.
just Google.
So we heard. Did you guys watch the video without the music?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
I hear that way. Hold on, let me find it.
He says something about something between my legs. I'm not even joking. He says that. I don't know what
Yeah,
that means, but he does say that.
Okay, let's get to the bottom of this.
Maybe he's gone.
When everyone else in the family said ants, deal with that. I can't believe you.
I don't know. I
Hey,
just
Annie, can you
wait a minute and then
Can you
okay.
turn off the TV or something?
Oh, is that me?
I think so.
All right, you know
Okay,
what? I don't want to talk about that scene. I don't want to talk about that scene just yet because it's getting me feels right now. My heart starts pumping real fast, and my eyes start fluttering, and it's just like I'm not going to be good for the rest of the week on this one, people. I'm telling you that right now. I'm just not. I'm not. It's too much.
I have been watching it all day.
Me too, girl. Right when I got home. Right when I got home, I was like, rewind, rewind, rewind. I was like, oh.
I just kept doing it. I'm glad it's not just me.
I've seen it 20 times already.
God.
Like,
That's
it's
it?
about an hour. I should watch it again.
20
And then
times.
every time I watch it, I find something new. I'm like,
Yeah.
this chicken tongue in her mouth. Oh my God.
Someone pointed out some tongues, so I had to watch it over again. And I was like, oh my God, he did.
He did successful in now. And can you imagine that they said they didn't even practice it? They kind of just like went for it. They
Yes,
just,
one take. And that was enough. What does that say?
Can you imagine
What did
them
you
in
say,
that
Ashley?
room with filming that? I would have been like, ooh. It ain't a little attraction there, even though you're married, I understand, but just it ain't a little something.
Tennille, I am so glad you said that because I would feel so bad if I brought it up. I really would.
Dang.
And I felt the same way Denai did, getting the script and everything. When she was talking about, thing was an article, she was like, all right, I don't want to rehearse that part. Let's just do it. It's like taking that, bungee jump. It's like, you know what, we're going to do it live. It's one take. It has to be. anything else is going to be.
I don't know. I think
Not-
I would have wanted some extra practice. Just get it in there.
No, they did that in one take.
One take.
The only thing I can think of is that imagine how it was going to go.
And then for them to be like, they wanted to be naked when Jesus came in the room, they were like, no, she's not going to grab a sheet. She going to grab her weapon. You know, for them to say they changed that scene, I was like, all right then.
Well, I'm actually kind of glad that they changed
all of that.
Well, because I didn't feel like I feel like that is perfect that they both reach for the gun and not they both reach for their weapon and not have just Rick reach for his.
What was the scene supposed to be originally?
She was supposed to grab cover herself up.
Oh, really? Okay.
He wouldn't do that.
Michonne would not do that.
Michonne would not.
Janai was like, Michonne would not do that. She would grab her weapon. She don't care about you seeing her titties and cooties. You know.
She don't feel the same way. It's not like look, it's not like she got 3 boobs and 2 kitties. You know, it's like, look, you're a grown man. I know you've seen this before, but I'm still gonna cut you down because you're not supposed to be in here.
Well, hold on, wait a minute, because in the comic books we do know he ain't for the ladies. Because he sure wasn't looking at Michonne, but he was looking Rick up and down. He was like, we need to talk.
It baffles me because people become, you know, everybody is very modest, but you got to consider their world. It's like, I don't have time for being modest. This could be a dozen walkers walking up in my crib, and I was just laying in the bed. I don't have time to get dressed. I got to cut brains out. You know, I don't have time for that. And I also think they wanted to ensure that there was no more discussion about it. If they would have just, you know, just happened to be in underwear or something like that, somebody would be able to go ahead and dispute it or throw some monkey wrench in there. No, they had to be naked so that we're not questioning this anymore. They had sex.
They did to do. Yeah. And I also like the fact that I think that it put to bed for me and for, you know, whoever was saying, you know, well, if they get together, it's going to make them weak. I feel like they were in their most vulnerable place. I feel like the bathroom and your bed is one of the most vulnerable, where you are the most vulnerable. And for them to just jump up with their weapons should let people know, you know, that this does not make them any weak. They're still on guard. You know what I'm saying? To just jump out of bed after having sex and you grab your weapon, that should shut them down right there.
Exactly.
Well, in my mind, I don't think it's referring to that. I think that it's going to somehow play a part later on when this supposedly thing with Michonne getting kidnapped. Somehow that is going to play a part. His feelings for Michonne is like something is going to be in his head where it's like, oh, but I love her. I can't, you know, and he's going to forget the fact that Michonne is a bad bitch. She was locked up with the governor, and when they started shooting, she rolling over, and she get to the license plate thing on the car. She, you know, Michonne is bad. Don't worry about her. You know, she's going to get out of it. I guarantee it. But he's going to be mind blocked somewhere in there. That's what's going to make him weak.
No, I need him to worry about her, though, because she's going to be in danger.
Really. No, like,
I do want him to worry.
He's going to be able to get herself out of it, but he needs to worry. He needs to show that he cares about her.
He don't need to be like, oh, Michonne got it. She with Negan. He good. She good. She got it. No. He got to be worried and figure out how he's going to get his boo.
He's going to worry and put himself in harm's way with doubting the fact that she can get out of it. Put it that way. He's going to worry like that.
I don't know if he's going to.
He's going to forget that, you know.
I don't think he's going to endanger himself.
Emotions play a part. Why do you guys think that Jedis don't have wives? Jedis don't have no significant other because
I don't think we want to get into that, because I think that is the reason why the Jedi had their downfall because they started to believe that crap, that you can't have relationships.
Yeah, they do.
But okay, so let's go
You
back
see
to
what
the beginning.
happens when
Let's go back to the beginning. And
Okay.
Camille said about the morning scene, the significance of him putting the extra hole in his belt made me a bit nervous. Is this their way of showing that they really need to partner with another community soon, or to show that time has passed more than anything? So there was a bit of discussion about it on Talking Dead, and they said, okay, was the belt the new hole in his belt buckle, or his belt, supposed to signify that he gained weight or lost weight? So
I
I think,
thought it was he lost weight.
yeah, I mean, I think they're trying to say that they're running out of toothpaste, they're running out of food, they need to find more stuff. So yeah, I think he lost weight.
Yeah. And I love how they showed he did not pick up that wedding ring, right?
Yep.
He did, yeah, he didn't pick that up. He left it right there.
I mean, I kind of wish that we had seen like when he decided to take it off. Like, did he just like take it off and never put it back on? Like, what was?
I mean, yeah, what made him do that? What made him move on? So many things, so many questions that we have.
But I think it's funny because it's kind of like a twist on the whole like fridging someone to give a guy man pain, and it like that didn't happen at all, which is kind of is weird. Like it gave, I think it, I mean it gave Rick some, or not Jesse's death, but Carl getting shot gave him some man pain, and it gave Michonne some woman pain as well. But then it also like catapulted them into like being okay, like we're alive, we should live, we shouldn't like be focusing on like death and like survive all the time. We need to find something else. So I thought that was really interesting. And I still don't see the point of Jesse.
It's like she never happened.
I'm telling you, it was like she never happened. It never existed. Wow. And you know what? I don't mean to bring her up, but I have to because I read that article where they were interviewing her, and that girl really thought she was going to be on for a couple of seasons. She said she was so upset when they told her, girl, you dying within the first 9 episodes. You know, she was like bummed out. She was like, I tried everything for them to keep me on that show. I was going looking for a new home. They told me, don't you look for a home because you're finna die. She said they knew before I even got the part I wasn't gonna live, but you shouldn't have never thought that you was gonna live in the first place. They didn't tell you that. They just told you not to read the comments.
Right. Which
But
should have
she
been
read
more
the comments anyway.
Yo bad. You know.
I don't
She was
understand why
like,
she
that
read
was
the comments.
the best that I on and Lord, she went
Wait, so what
in.
did you say, Ash?
I don't understand
You know
why
what
she
I'm
still read the comments even though they told her not to. And then she still thought, maybe I'll stay anyway. No, girl, no. Bye.
She thought she was gonna be the Andrea. She thought she was.
She pitched
She
her own
sure did.
storyline too.
She thought they were gonna kill off her kids, and she was gonna be with Rick.
And she used to have a happily ever after.
You know she's wrong for that,
Lord.
right?
Baby, you ain't seen her
Very
respond
wrong
on that Twitter page in a minute. All you see is that rest in peace. That was from last week.
I went to her Twitter page just to see if she had any comments, and she.
Me too, girl. And it's dead. It's dead.
It's as dead as Jesse, so it's fine. She's gone.
It's dead.
I'm petty. I can't help it. I wanted to see her be sad.
I had to. I wanted to know after I read that article. And they were like, are you going to continue watching the show? She was like, I mean, I don't think so, but I kind of want to, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It
And
was
that
just funny to me. Because I'm like, girl, you was really clowning. And now the joke is on you. Because don't nobody even know who Jesse is. They just say you was a waste of time and a waste of paper. And time. script. You just a waste. So.
In the article they were talking about, what is Jesse's legacy? And she's like, oh, I think it's that she encouraged the people of Alexandria to fight for their lives. And I was like, no.
Well, no, hold on. Rick did it first. Then you came around and recycled his words and did it.
Word for word. She didn't even change it. It was just like straight plagiarism.
He could sue her. He could sue her for that, right?
Whatever. Like,
he could sue her.
He's like, sue her. Oh my God. I'm like,
yeah.
No, wait, will not. You have nothing.
And you know, what's her name, Tova, the same way. She tried to stay on the show too.
Yeah.
She was trying to stay on as long as she could.
At least she's a good actress. I mean, I wouldn't have minded her that much.
Oh, I would have loved to have Tova still there. I would have.
Yeah.
You know, they were like, look, you're not going to live, but we're going to let you come back as a walker, though. We're going to let you come back, get your makeup done, and come back as a walker. That's about all we can do for you.
You know what? You know the dude that played Spencer? I'm sorry, I forgot his name. He said that Tova even called him, like, at night to run lines. And in my mind, I was like, what lines? You're a walker.
That's right. What do you, like, what lines? Run what lines?
She's really cute.
How she go? I don't know. Lord.
And Breckenridge in that same article says they didn't want to show Jessie as a walker because she thought it would make everybody too sad.
Who? Really?
No.
What did she say? What happened?
In that same article, Breckenridge said she didn't think that they would show Jessie as a walker because it would make everyone too sad.
It would.
You see how she's so full of herself? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She is. No, not.
That's comical. I like it.
That makes me not like her as an actress. The attitude that she has. Totally. I don't already want to Jessie, but that made it so much worse. How she's.
But look at her now. She's jobless.
Well, maybe she's trying to get back on American Horror Story. I don't know. I hope to God not.
Girl, I can't deal.
I don't watch that, so she can go there.
I watched that, and it was very hard. You know, when American Horror Story came on with the haunted house and everything, I was all excited. Jessica Lange was doing a thing, and so did Dermot Mulroney, and all these, and then she's playing this sex kitten person, and I was like, oh, no surprise, she's always playing this person. Every job she has done, she was always that. So I was not into it when she would come on the scene. But I did like how it came out that Jessica Lange character was the one who killed her.
Spoiler alert.
Dude. Yeah. It's like, what, 4 years old or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you guys
so we got another comment from Camille. And
Okay.
Michonne and Spencer, followed by Michonne, Carl, and Judith, were so much. I thought her hugging them would stop time. It was really nice. And I agree.
Yes.
It was.
Like, the dialogue was kind of, like, morbid. Like, I had to kill my mom, so I wanted Spencer to be able to kill his mom. And you know what? You're my mom, so I'd kill you, too.
I know, and he kind of held back before he said it. And I was like, just tell that woman that's you look at her as your mother figure. It was so good. I loved it. Because that's what we wanted. We wanted their connection. We hadn't seen it in a while, and I'm glad that we got to see it this episode, because I don't know if we'll see it again.
Maybe in season 8.
You know what, though? I was reading that they said that they were going to, Carl was going to find out about Michonne and Rick. And they're going to address it pretty soon.
Oh!
I was reading that on E! News. On E! News. And they said that they're going to be addressing it real soon.
Well, yeah, I'm good with that too. Just
Woo!
Oh, I have a question.
make it real.
All right, what's your question?
Because Andy said that Carl would find out really soon and that it would have huge ramifications for the group. So what do you guys think that means?
Ramifications.
Huge.
Oh, wow, huge
That it
ramifications.
would have what?
For who?
For the
I don't know.
Daryl? No.
huge ramifications for the group.
Huh?
That's what I said, huh?
You know
I
what?
don't understand.
I
The only person that I
everyone in
can
the
think that
group.
will have a problem with that is Daryl. Because he going to be like, I don't need nobody coming between me and Greg.
Tennille, leave Daryl alone.
I'm sorry. Who else would it be? It ain't going to be Morgan. Because you know Morgan, our life is precious.
It
And
could
Vic,
be
I'm glad that
Carol.
you done toned
It
down
could
and you
be-
got you some. And I'm happy.
It could be Carol. It could be Carol. It could be. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
But it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, child. I don't know.
So here's the
It
question.
just looks sound fishy to me.
I think it's going to be Carol. I think it's going to be Carol, because I don't know anybody else. I can't think of anybody else who would have a problem with it other than Carol. Nobody else would have a problem with this.
I don't know why
But
anybody.
why would Carol have a problem though?
Because remember, Carol had Rick like bad conscience. I guess she was the one who whispered the bad things to Rick.
Yeah. That's right.
So-
That's right.
So maybe they're trying to bring that
But
back
they
up.
say that this back 8, she's supposed to be chill.
Who says? No way.
Carol's supposed to be chill.
No, I read that somewhere where she's supposed to be kind of chilled out. She ain't gonna want to be just killing people. I read that on Spoiling the Dead.
I don't know. I think that's
That's
just
what I read.
because there was nothing in the last episode that said that Carol was chill or to say like she learned her lesson or anything, because she just went out on the balcony and shot the wolf. Like,
but if you look at her though, because it does make sense. If you look at her when she did shoot that wolf, she kind of felt bad. If you look at her, they're gonna come back to that scene and they're gonna address it. And I have a feeling she's gonna feel bad about it.
okay.
I don't know. I feel like Andy's probably exaggerating it. Because, like, I remember last season he was like, there's going to be a huge shift between Rick and Michonne. And then there wasn't. It was the same stuff we saw.
It lasted for like a minute.
Well, I ain't taking nothing from the producers because I know they be lying. I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. But I read from the spoilers. And Spoiler Dead ain't never been wrong. So that's where I got that.
Yeah, you said that Carol was more chill, so that means that I don't think anybody's going to have a problem. I think the ramifications just means, like, people are going to be like, okay, and instead of going just to Rick, I'll go to Michonne first, and then she'll tell Rick or whatever. Like, you know, something like that. I don't think it's going to be a big deal for anybody.
So here's what Dr. Grimes said that it could be is that, like, Rick will have to choose, you know, when Michonne gets kidnapped, that he'll have to choose between Michonne and Glenn and Daryl. Like, who gets Lucille?
Who gets what?
Who gets Lucille?
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
What?
If we
would
talk
be
about
terrible.
Lucille, I think we all know who we want that to be. I'm not gonna say no names, Amy. You already know what I think.
You guys, I'm
You
so
already know
afraid for
me.
Glenn. I'm so afraid for Glenn because after that mid-season premiere, when they like faux killed him again or almost killed him, like they're doing the boy who cried kill, and they're gonna keep almost killing him until they actually do, and then it's gonna suck. And
you know, I'm actually glad you brought that up because I kind of got the same impression. However, I feel that they're doing that to prepare us for one of Teen Family's death. I think because, I mean, if Maggie was to bring it up,
about the season finale, and then having not Maggie, Lauren to bring it up, and then Annie to bring it up, and then
Right.
someone said that Norman kind of choked up when they were talking about that scene. I don't know. There's like something is gonna happen, but I'm guaranteeing that it's not gonna be Glenn. I think it's not. And
Or it
it's
could be both. It could be both.
Oh.
Chandler said that they're not going to be doing any more death threats on Glenn. He's like, they're done with that.
So it's just gonna be the next time. It's just gonna be the one that kills.
Yeah, well, yeah, that could be it as well.
I'm so afraid for Glenn.
Yeah, I am too. Please don't let it be Glenn. Lord, Lord, Lord. I ain't be able to take that one. Whew, I'd be sad like I was with Noah. And I didn't even know Noah like that. I didn't know him like that, and I was hurt about that one.
Well, that's because Noah was like, he was growing on me. I was, I watch Everybody Hates Chris again because of Tyler character as Noah.
Yeah. So if it's Glenn, I'm just gonna be out of there I won't be able to touch that episode for a minute.
Yeah, that last one was that last one last week. That the one week before, that was hard. I mean, that was for me. That was the most heart-wrenching one right there with Maggie screaming his name and she's trying to bring the walkers back and he getting ready to get covered. My heart was in my throat. I was like, oh my God, this is what they're gonna do to Glenn? They're gonna do this?
Yes, I knew he was gonna get out of it, but I was still on the edge of my seat. I was like, Lord, no.
It was
Lord, I just hope not.
I think it's gonna be Glenn.
Oh man.
Well, I like the theory that came up on Tell It to the Dead. The group is going to split up, and they're going to have Daryl's going to go with the Saviors for some reason. Carol Morgan going to go to the Kingdom, and and Maggie, Glenn, and Tara are supposed to go to the Hilltop, something like this. And I was like, oh, now that might be interesting because that's a good way to not have to kill off anybody.
Tara's dying though. Her death is already set.
I don't know. Kirkman already said, he put that out there that no, the only one that he know that they're not going to get rid of is Carol. Now he could be trolling, but he did say that the only one that they're pretty sure is safe is going to be Carol.
What?
Wait, what? Who said that?
Don't put that on. No, don't put that on. Ooh, no.
That's on like AMC's website or something. He said the only. Huh?
They must have meant Carl, because Carol don't make no sense. She can die anytime.
No.
That don't make no sense to me.
It was Carol. Kirkman said that they loved what they did with Carol so much. He was like the only one he know that would definitely be safe. I mean, okay, put it this way. The only one he know is definitely going to be safe aside from Rick, Michonne, and Carl is Carol. Saying it like that. Everybody else is like grass because they love what they've done with Carol so far. But that's on the website.
It ain't all of that. Her story ain't all of that to me. It really ain't. Never has been.
It's quite intriguing.
That seems like a lot to say, but okay.
That does. That's a little over the top.
A troll too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a giant. We have a bunch of questions in the Q&A. Is that what it's called?
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got one from Candy Ma. She says, what did you guys think of the time jump? Do you wish we had seen some of Carl's recovery?
Nah.
Nope. No. We got a story to tell. We got to keep going.
Yeah, I'm okay with the way we started. I'm a fan of music, so because I guess I grew up in a musical household. But that song that they used, like, it spoke a lot of volumes to me.
More Than a Feeling by Boston.
Yeah.
Granted, it's Boston, whatever. Not a lot of people know Boston, but great songs. And the fact that they use it as an intro to the Family Grimes, I was like, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the song More Than a Feeling, the words told a story of like the previous 2 months to me. Like what you feel like you miss, you can read it in the words to the lyrics, and there you have it. The grime.
What were the lyrics? What are the lyrics to the song that like speak to what has happened?
Hold on. I'm
Hakuna Matata for some reason.
I thought I was like, oh, she's taking that to the church. She started humming.
No, it's like okay, here we go. I looked up this morning and the sun was gone. Turned on some music to start my day. I lost myself in a familiar song. I closed my eyes and I slipped away. More than a feeling. When I hear that old song they used to play, I begin dreaming till I see Marianne walking away. I see my Marianne walking away. It's like so many people have come and gone. Their faces fade as the years go by. Yet I still recall as I wander on and clear on this sun in the summer sky, and then it's like more than a feeling, more than a feeling. I begin dreaming. I'm telling you guys, just lyric it. Lyric it.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for that, girl.
No,
Put you on lip sync.
Just look it up. It's a good lyric. I thought it went well with the beginning, of the household. I liked it.
What you guys do?
I thought the comedic songs that went with Daryl and Rick chasing Jesus in the field was hilarious.
What was that? That old bathroom. And you know what the crazy thing is? That music that Rick was jamming, and we know that Daryl is a redneck. He didn't even like it. I was like, dang, well, Daryl, what kind of music do you like? You don't like that hillbilly music?
To me, there's a rule. Whoever drives rules the radio or the music. To me. It's like...
Did you guys expect to see Rick sitting there snapping his fingers and getting down and singing and stuff? That just blew me away.
A whole new Rick. No, a whole new Rick. I loved it. I was like...
that's really funny that you brought that up because Daryl, on the other hand, is a complete Rick now. He doesn't want to bring anybody to the zone now. And I think it's because of meeting this group of people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I hope he told Rick about these people, because it looked like he didn't. Because Rick is like, I ain't worried about them. Let's go get some new people to come to the zone,
Let's welcome everybody.
Bring everybody in. Come on. How many people have you killed?
He's like, answer my question.
Rick was starting to ask him that before Jesus took off.
Yes, and Daryl was like, not him, no, not him. He called himself Jesus. Oh, man.
Jesus is so cute. He
has to grow on me. I just, he got to grow on me. The actor that's playing him.
Really pretty.
But I just wanted to say one more thing about the time jump. Like, I'm glad that we didn't have to see Carl's recovery because it probably would have been a little bit boring. And I'm so glad we don't have to see anything of like Rick mourning, super
whatever.
Yeah. But I do think that like we've seen a bunch of like articles and stuff talk about like how shocking it was that Rick and Michonne got together in this episode, and I think it was because of the time jump and it being the episode right after like you have all of this like heartbreak and stuff. So I was shocked because I wasn't expecting it to be in this episode. Like I think there should have been more of a build up on Rick's part. Like I think like some of the stuff that we saw him do for Michaud in this episode could have been done in the past year, like little by little bit, so it doesn't come as such a complete shock.
I get confused though when some people are like, well, where did that come from? They never. It's like they've been building up to not. They did jump quite quickly, but people that are like, they're not anything like that. They've never been. I'm like, no, they were. You just wouldn't watch it.
You just wasn't looking like you should have been.
Yeah. Well, I'm reading a lot of they're like brother and sister, and I'm like, where did you get that? I've been reading that like crazy, and I'm like, no.
What kind of creepy brothers y'all got? Cause no.
Girl, that's some people from the backwoods. That's that backwoods. If anybody gonna sleep with my sister, it's gonna be me. That's what they. That's their way of thinking. I think.
I think part of the sibling thing is they really could not see. Some people could not see this black woman as a desirable equal partner to Rick.
And I like to call them out too. Well, not really mostly on Tumblr, but I do, and I haven't really done it on Twitter, but it's mostly on Facebook. Today I had to call someone out on their it was just bad. But
what happened, Amy?
I want to know.
Yeah, come on, tell us.
Well, hold on. Let me pull it up.
Uh-oh, she got
Get your receipt. Get your receipt.
Yes, this group I'm in. I called her out about it yesterday because she seems, whenever she wants to be snarky or sarcastic, she always seems to end her conversation with a wink, and it just annoys me. So I called her out on it, just to see what she was saying. She hasn't said anything yet, so it's been back and forth like that. But let me just remember where it is. But I really hate it when people do that when they're talking about another interracial couple from a different show that has nothing to do with the interracial couple on this show as their excuse that they're acceptable to this kind of relationship when you know damn well that they're not. She's been up under me like since the forum days of AMC about Rick and Michonne. Yeah, it's been going on between her and I for that long, and I'm talking about 3 years, you guys. 3 years.
Wow.
Do you want us to beat her up? Because we'll do that for you. I would do that for my friend.
Ooh, I know. You know what? There was something. Kay, somebody had sent you a message about. You had made a comment about the episode, and some girl responded to you and was like, I feel like you're anti. What did she say? She said something to you, and I wanted to jump in so bad, but I was like, no, okay, got it, because she blocked her. She was like, you know what, I'm just going to block you if you feel that way. But I can't remember what it was that girl said to you last week, but I sure wanted to jump in there real quick. But I said, you know what, okay, got it.
I don't know what was going on with her, but I was looking at, before I blocked her, I looked at her page, and she's basically she tries to, police people and be like, you don't need to talk about politics because I'm anti-feminist. I'm like,
there it is. Yeah.
How can you be a fan of Michonne and be anti-feminist? That doesn't make any sense to me. So my personal philosophy with these people is, I will give them a chance to be rational and, explain themselves, and then I'll try to explain my position. But after that, it's there's no point in continuing the argument, so it's just you get blocked. Because I don't want to hear your crap, and I don't need to see it.
Yeah, Lee.
I'm watching the scenes again. Sorry.
I know. I can't stay away. I'm just
Can't control it.
After this chat, I'm going to go back in that room and hit that. I got it already ready. I didn't rewound it right when she walked in there, and she pulled them dreads back. I thought she was so cute. She did her dreads back like that and told them to move, and she sat down. I was just like, ugh. I love it.
He
Love it.
moves so
Yeah.
fast too. He's like, "Yep, Queen told me to move. I'll move."
She was like,
Exactly.
move. Yo, lazy move. I'm tired too. Shoot.
But we got another comment from Miss Curious on Tumblr, and she says about that moment, she said, I don't think they did it in one take. They couldn't have. They did the scene several times from several different angles. That's just normal. So I think Denai was saying just that, like after that first take, it was natural. But like, so probably they used a lot of that first take in it, but they had to have used, I mean, they had to have done more than one take because that's just the way they do it.
Unless they had cameras set up from all these,
Oh.
I don't know, at the same time. But
Let me have that one. Let me just say they did it on their one take. Let me have it.
Wait, you don't want to imagine them like making out for like hours and hours on end?
yeah,
And then their lips start to like get sore.
that's all I think about all day long. So yes, I can. I need help. Okay,
And then
this
you know what I thought? I'm sorry, this is my nasty little old mind. And I was like, I wonder if he got a boner when they were doing that.
I was just
Oh
thinking
my
that.
God! See,
I was
me
thinking
too.
that.
I'm just saying because I do think about that when you do love scenes, but I know that they put padding down there so it won't, right? Or some,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think it
know.
has like a
But
sock or something that like they tie around so it like stays down.
Right. So, because you can't tell me that that dude did not get aroused because he was playing too into that scene. Too good. I know it's
That's an
acting,
actor.
you
Like
know.
the reason why he looks that he's like so intense is because he's actually like actually making himself feel that way. So
then I guess it's safe to say that possibly, maybe he really did get himself a little bit excited.
but you know they're actors, so I mean they understand like the physiological reactions that they have. Like I mean I don't think it's a big deal for them. Like they know what's gonna
No,
happen.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just feel awful that I'm thinking that, and he's like,
And
happy.
he's married. Right. And I'm like, he's married. And I'm thinking, like, outside of their character. And I shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
just
I'm
saying.
right there
No
with you.
disrespect to what he's
Right
doing
there
or
with
whatever. You know. But I'm just saying. I was thinking that
But I
when they
mean,
were there.
yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think about those things, so that's why I would never ever get with an actor because I just like I would always think about that. And so I think like his wife really trusts him, so that's why it works.
yeah,
Right.
agree.
She's
Okay,
like,
so
babe, I know you like to run around and hit things when you're getting into character, you know, so be good. Because we've seen how he gets. He jumps around and starts yelling and cussing when he's doing the intense scene, so.
yeah, but for this one, they said that him and Norman watched Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid to get into character.
I
However,
don't even know what that is. What is that?
it's a
It's
really
a
good movie.
old movie.
It really is. It starred Robert Redford oh God,
I can't
Paul
think of it
Newman.
either. I
Yeah,
can't think of it.
yeah, Robert Redford and Paul Newman.
Yes.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know. It's a movie from I think the 70s, 60s or 70s.
I think it's early 70s,
Yeah.
early to mid 70s.
But when you have a chance, just take a look at it. It's actually really good.
Okay.
All right, so I pulled it up. I pulled up the Facebook conversation, and this was the topic. The topic was this. It was Rick plus Lori equals Lori is dead. Rick plus Jesse equals Jesse's dead. Rick plus Michonne equals just saying, followed by a question mark. And I got very upset when I saw that, you guys. But I bid my time. I waited to see what people's response was gonna be, and there was a lot of people saying that you can't put Jessie in the equation because she was not even in a relationship with with Rick.
Right.
But gradually, I'm reading into it, and there's a couple people that were like, "Oh, it was just awful." So I did a lot of emoticons here. There's my eyeballs looking at the conversation and me frowning. And then I said, reading this conversation, like, when has Michonne been weak to be dead? Like, does she deserve to be dead? Lori died in childbirth. Jessie died because she was not ready. And Michonne Shit has been together and loyal to the Grindstein family from the get-go. She can handle her business, but the minute she's finally get into a relationship or love and or have attention, she's dead too. Wow, where is the logic? Or are you trying to not say what I think you don't want to say? Not like I'm pointing, but who's feeling bitter? I'm silently judging you because I know exactly what you're trying to say. I cannot wait to read comments about the other characters that people like to diss, which is the Carol fans. Because there's people here that says that Carol is too old to be in a relationship. So it was just back and forth between me and a lot of people. But that's how I started the conversation. That was my comment on what a lot of people were saying, because someone brought another interracial relationship, but from a different show, as her reason why that they shouldn't be together. Like, oh, I'm a fan of so and so on this show, which is Scandal.
Oh God, no.
Exactly.
You will not compare. You will not compare that.
Yeah. So, but and she also said Richonne is gonna drag the ratings down. Mark my words. Do you guys know that the ratings? Listen, yes, she said that too. Oh my God, the ratings, the numbers hasn't come up yet, because it's it takes a day, so it'll come up tomorrow. But they were saying like it's between the 13.14 million viewers.
That's what we're looking at.
Yes, standing right now. It hasn't been fully counted because they haven't added the streamers yet, the online streaming, as well to the numbers. So we'll have to wait for an additional day. But I was like, you need to sit down.
The mid-season premiere.
20 million.
They said they were kind of down. They were like in the 13s, but they said it was kind of low for the mid-season premiere.
That's funny because someone posted it and they said that it was TV ratings said it was in the 20 millions. What? God,
what?
I have to pull it up.
Pull it up. Because I read that they said that it was down from last year mid-season premiere.
I read that too, but I don't have any numbers. Oh, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is on Netflix. I just looked it up.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna watch.
It's really good. I have a couple of Paul Newman's movies. You won't be disappointed in him. I'm more of a fan of Paul Newman because he's really good to the sisters.
Yeah, it looks like the mid-season return got 19.1 million.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so it wasn't 20 million. Maybe from inflation, I bumped it up, but 19 seems right, and I say that's really good.
That is good. Ain't nobody else
from
doing
last
that.
year.
Ain't nobody else doing that but them, so still good.
And can you imagine what the numbers is going to be once everything is pulled through from Sunday's episode?
I have been praying and hoping that this episode just knocks it out the ballpark in the rating. I really am.
That's another thing too, because I looked at the trend, and I don't know, maybe I missed the US trend on for Twitter, but Richonne was trending worldwide
for like 4 hours, I think.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Yes, that's what I was saying. It's a big deal. We're talking whoever has Twitter across the world. We're talking about 7 continents, man. Maybe the islands, because my cousins who live back in St. Croix, they have Twitter, so we're talking worldwide. The show in here.
I wasn't expecting this. Oh, sorry. I wasn't expecting to see so much positivity from it, though. Like in the articles and everything.
Right.
To me, that came a little bit out of field.
It's just voices that are loud.
Well, I knew that MTV were Richonne trash, definitely. They were rooting for Richonne. And I forgot what was her name, forgive me, that writes article for the Variety. she's also Richonne as well. So I knew that they were gonna have some really good articles, and they were great.
I know. I enjoyed reading all the articles that were for Richonne. It just goes to show how many people do caught on to it. I think what really made people, they probably never seen it in season 3, but I think season 4 really, really, really opened people's eyes and after. And then and claimed people started to open up their eyes to see that, okay, this could be something. Because it was just, a couple of us in the beginning that could see it, and now you have all these people that's like, wow, I see it. So it's just really good to see it come full circle. It really is.
Did anyone see Andy's interview on Talking Dead where he was talking about his mom and his voice got really high pitched? I'm starting to think he's definitely his mom.
Right.
He's so cute. Yeah, he was so cute. I loved it. Him and Yvette, I loved them. When Yvette was screaming and doing all of that, I was like, oh my God, I just love them.
She is all of us.
Yes, I loved it. And she was there that night, so I was just like, yes, she's on the Talking Dead, but not there, but there,
I was wondering because she wasn't tweeting at all, and I was like, what? This is the episode. Where is she?
Right,
and of course she's
yes.
there.
Right.
Yes.
And I kept looking too.
But
She wasn't
I
tweeting.
knew something was up. Something had to be up. Because, she was, I'm just glad. And then to come up to ask the questions, and then Denai was like, I'm really happy. I just want people to not ask me about it anymore.
Oh, in Denai's interview with, I think it was HuffPo, where she was like, friendship. Okay. That's cute.
You can't play with our emotions like that. We're delicate. And she's like, oh, they have an intimate friendship. I'm like,
that's a deep bond they have.
Yeah.
Okay, Gimple.
I got tired of hearing that. They're intimate friendship. Intimate friendship.
Okay.
I tested something once. I think I was talking to some people on, I think it was on Spoil the Dead at the time, and they said, let's test something. Go to your husband or your boyfriend and say, do you have an intimate friend? And see how he reacts. Well, I asked my husband, how would you feel if I told you I had an intimate guy friend? He goes, who is he? I'm like, I'm just asking, just to see. He goes, where do you know this guy from? He's freaking out. I'm like, it's rhetorical. There's no guy. I had to calm him down for like 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, I got my answer. Apparently you wouldn't like it. So
yeah.
No,
So I had to look it up. What is an intimate relationship? Let me make sure I know, I'm reading this right. And I'm like, okay, it's not. It's more to it than just a friendship, when I looked up the definition of it, and I was like, yeah, they gonna get together. I don't know when, but they are.
Looks like we got a question.
Okay.
We have a couple of questions. There's another one from Camille. So she says, do you think all of Team Family will find out in the next episode? I'm guessing about Rick and Michonne.
Somebody, I think yes, because this was an awkward situation. So how does Rick tell them how he got in his room? He was just, you gotta kind of tell him, you walked in on me and Michonne,
I think it was very poetic if
some
Glenn,
kind of way.
I really think I think it would be very poetic if it would be Glenn.
Yeah.
Because it was Rick who told, Glenn, he gave him advice back in season 2 about his relationship with Maggie. So I think that would be really nice if it's Glenn.
And I wonder if I read in a lot of fanfics that they kind of usually try to keep it quiet, not necessarily like hiding it, but that seems to be a theme. I wonder if they would just be, because I don't see them pulling away. I was wondering if that was going to happen. Like either Rick freaks out and pulls away from her or she pulls away from him, but they both seem pretty cool with the whole thing.
Yeah, and I don't think they are. I think, yeah, I don't think they're gonna pull away from each other.
Yeah, I think this was like it. They're together, and I wouldn't be surprised if like everybody that went to the hilltop found out somehow, but probably not everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna pick up on it. I don't know if it'll be this episode because we saw the preview where him and Michonne is together and she's got his back and they looking all wherever they are. So
Yeah.
somebody's bound to figure it out.
I don't think they're gonna be able to hide it.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to hide it either.
Yeah, there's no point.
I agree. I don't think they would. I also think that Rick will be too happy. Like, like he would be like in a really good mood, and everyone would be like, "What the hell is going on with him?"
And
then it
why
would
is
be
he playing this banjo music in the RV?
Rick's doing a lot of shredding lately. What's going on?
Right? Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That's one thing I loved with the makeout scene is how they kept stopping, kissing, just to look at each other and smile like, "Yay, this is happening!"
Yes. Oh, it was so cute.
Sweet.
Oh my God,
Yes.
back to my feels again. So
I know. Just, I loved it.
such a high this morning. I went to bed humming last night. I'm snuggled up with my husband. He's like, it was just, oh my goodness. It was, it just made for a great day. It's like, let me just watch this episode one more time. Oh, okay, that's enough for me.
But it was a great day.
It was. I was so happy. I was showing everybody at work. I was like, look, they don't even know who I'm talking about. I don't care. I'm going to show them.
My friends at work know me to the point where they're like, "So, how you doing this morning?" I'm like, "I'm happy." It's like, yeah.
The same thing happened to me. I was like, am I what's going on?
I was like, "Are you in love?" I'm like, "Well, I'm not, but my friends are."
Yep. My close, intimate friends.
My close, intimate, imaginary fictional
And you
friends.
know what I was thinking? I was like, so when I read my fan fiction, it can't be fan fiction anymore. It's real. It's real. It's real. So when I read it, I'm like, this is really happening. It's not fan fiction anymore.
Somebody wrote on Tumblr that the only thing that would have, they didn't want Jesse to live, but the only thing that would have made it better is if it panned away to see Jesse looking sadly in the window. The window all sad.
I honestly thought about writing this.
I read a story from Charmed, I think. It was called Apologize. It was Jessie was walked up to the house and she caught Rick and Michonne having sex on the couch. And she's just like, "Oh." And she just looked really sad, and then she just like watched them for a few minutes and then walked away. I liked it so much. I like it when Jessie in stories is disappointed, and I liked it when she's rejected.
Right.
Because I'm a petty person, and it makes me happy, and I feel bad about that. But
Join the club.
I don't like her. I will never like her. Ever.
Ever. Sorry.
I'm glad she's dead. I feel bad about her kids.
I do too. I look at that episode and I'm like, them poor kids didn't have a chance with their mama.
No.
No.
And even my mama was like, why? My mama was like, why didn't she just not go back to the church with her son? They didn't need her. They did not need her.
No.
Exactly.
I just remembered we were watching World War Z. That was, I don't know if I told you, that was when we were watching K when we were doing our test to see how far the TV needed to be next to the laptop. But Brad Pitt character, the baby, the littlest one, she turns to Brad and she says, "Daddy, I'm scared," right? And I've seen this movie too many times, but then it clicked. He turns to her and he says, like, honey, I know you are scared, but mommy and daddy, we are here, and we're pretty much gonna do everything that we can to protect you. See, he was like, I'll be in the front, mommy's in the back, and that's how it was. And I was like, you see that? That right there is protecting your child.
Like,
Like,
definitely don't tell them to pretend.
yes,
Just pretend to be brave.
Because
Yeah,
pretend gets you eaten. It gets you eaten.
it was great. I was like, I can't believe it. Look at that parallel scene, different moment. However, he said exactly what he needed to say, and I'm sure the mom would say the same thing too, because she took hold of her hand, and that's when they were going in the what's that word? It's not the basement, but instead of taking the elevators, the stairs. They were taking the stairs to go up to the roof to catch the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like all nice and dark, and she was freaking out. And I was like, please protect them. I mean, I've seen the movie so many times, but yeah. So it just tells you that Jessie was just so ill prepared. She was pretending to be strong.
She was. She was trying to impress Rick. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And let an 8-year-old dictate what she's gonna do. I can stay out here, Mom. Okay. Like, no, I'm your mother. Go. You don't
go take your ass over there with Father Gabriel. I'm not playing with you.
Yep.
You better be glad all these walkers is around, cause I been and took my belt off. Rick, give me your belt real quick. Hem up your pants. I know you hungry. Hold your pants up. Let me whoop him real quick.
I did that. I didn't spank my kids, but I put the fear of God into them the other day. We were in the grocery store and they started arguing, and I got growly, and I'm like, I will take you in the bathroom and I will spank you. I don't care who hears. And they're just like, and they were so today. I didn't do it.
You don't sit up there, Mom, I can do it. Boy, you know you couldn't do it. You know you couldn't.
You couldn't come downstairs. How are you gonna walk? How are you gonna?
You couldn't even bring your dirty dishes downstairs. You know.
Any more questions?
Yeah, we got any more questions?
Camille asked, we saw the clip of Abe and Denise realizing that Jesus got out. Then we saw Rick, Carl, Abe, and Glenn at the table with Jesus. Any speculation on this?
I'm just trying to figure out how he got away from Daryl.
Well, I don't know that it was his fault.
think that it was Daryl.
Right, because Rick said someone else is going to come and take over for Daryl.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
But how did he know which house was Rick's, though? That's my thing. Did he go with everybody's house?
Cast out.
I think he just
Did he go with everybody's house and was like, oops, this ain't the house, this ain't the house.
No, I really think he did that. I really did.
You know.
That would be the only way he could have. Because it's not like they've got names on the doors or anything.
He was creeping. He scares me. I don't like people that creep. This is not 1994, the creep. We don't need that. No. I don't like it. You walking up on Rick and Michonne, just messing up my little scene.
It really did. It really, really did. I was in the zone here.
Them.
I mean,
that's how he knew where they were.
The pose. The pose was just so, it was just amazing. And then here he is, Rick. I was just like, no, you need to go. Like, get out.
And he was comfortable.
Like, knocked on the door or something.
How long was he watching them, though? How long was he watching them until he said his name? That's what scares me.
Well, what did he need to talk about? Like Rick said on his note, we'll talk soon. Calm down and stay where you were.
Right? It was not that urgent.
Right. Unless they all about to die.
Yeah. Did somebody break in again? What happened? You know? That just made me mad because I'm sitting up there. I knew it was coming, but I was like, look at them. He got his hand on the rein, you know, and he just came out of nowhere. Red. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's just gross. He got me looking at him kind of strange now. Did that happen in the comic book? I can't remember. No, right?
No. Carl walks in
No.
in the morning.
I think they were just trying to be overly dramatic and ruin our mood. Well, it didn't really ruin my mood, but it just kind of ruined my high there just a little tiny bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you sitting there and you like, oh, damn, he calling their name. Here he go, you know. Messed it up.
Well, speaking of Jesus, we have a question from CandyMa22. And she says, what do you guys think about Jesus' wig now that you've seen it on camera? I know Tennille is picky about the hair on this show, LOL.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say. I can't really comment on the wig, really, because for all I know, they done sold it into that bonnet. So all I'm going to say is that them ends look a little, they need to be clipped. They need to be clipped. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't like the beard. Is that a real beard? Is it fake? I don't know.
I think it's a real beard.
It's a little dry. It's a little dry. Hey. And that's all I'm going to say about his wig.
Come to me. Come here.
Yes, and come on, and give me, because you know me and you on the wigs, you know how we are. Come on, girl, give it to me. Because it looks like too strong.
I didn't have a problem with the beard. I thought the beard was nice. I like that. There was a little side that needed to be trimmed up, but his apparel was nice. I liked it. He looked clean. He looked skulkish. He was perfect.
He looked like he was hot with all them clothes on.
Yeah, but he had his own agenda. I knew it was coming one way or another when he took off running and the firecracker went off like it was gunshots, and and then Rick and Daryl was like the moment of like the keys and they're like running back.
But my thing is, where he get firecrackers from? Because you 2 years into Apocalypse, firecrackers go bad. I tried to pop firecrackers that I had over a year, and they don't work. So I don't know where he got some firecrackers from, but okay.
Maybe he stored them in a cool, dry place or something.
Because they were just popping like.
That makes sense, because they shouldn't even be having cars that can still drive with they don't have any more gas. After a year, that stuff stops working.
Yes.
Well, not really, because Daryl is the mechanic.
Well, no, I read something about how the petrol needs to be circulated or something. Like it can't just sit there or it separates or whatever.
It'll go bad. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll go bad. So
I guess I didn't think we would be picking up on that. That's a good eye right there. I didn't even think about that.
You see, that's why I said you don't need to be on the Talking Dead.
All right, so Simple 4321 says, Rick looked like he gained weight. And what did Gimple say about Rick's state of mind when he grows his beard out? He is growing it out again. Problems are coming.
He ain't got Jesse to groom him no more. That's all. No.
Wait
Rick
a second.
Jesse
never shaved him. That never happened.
Huh?
Jesse never shaved him. That never happened.
Well, didn't she kind of help him because she said he missed a couple of pieces of skin? I don't know. Didn't she say something like that?
Well, no, he had a little bit of shaving cream on his face, and she said, you need to wipe that off, but that was it.
Oh, okay. She just did the haircut.
Okay, never mind. But I think the thing about the beard was when his beard is growing and it's a little bit thick and it's not like bushy like it was like when they arrived at Alexandria, but like season 4, like episode A, like that Rick with the beard, like he's at the top of his game. Like nothing is gonna stop him. So I think the beard growing out is, yeah, there are gonna be problems, but Rick will be able to handle them.
His state of mind is in a good place at that point, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel. And then, all right, so Lainey's back, and Simple had a comment about, I think when you said that you don't need Rick and Michonne to say I love you, Simple says, Lainey, I need to hear it. He best say to her that he loves her at some point on this show, or Simple's going to get a complex. Wink, wink.
Oh no, there's winks. I don't know. I would, you know what? I'm a romantic. Horror movie or not, sure.
But I don't think, I mean, I'm not trying to go back to the comics because I know they do everything different, but I think that where they get the love you from is when they say we don't die. That's their I love you. Because I don't think that Rick and Andrea has ever said I loved you in the comic books to each other, right? Not that
Right, but this is show Rick, and show Rick says I love you. He says it to Pearl, he says it to Lori, so I kind of want to, I need him to say it. Like, he doesn't have to say it all the time, but I need him to say it.
Different from comic Rick, definitely.
I don't know.
I don't need it, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't need it because I already know he love her. He love that chocolate. You know, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Have you guys seen that meme? It's going around. Says like father like son, and it's a picture of Rick and Michonne in bed, and the other picture is Carl eating the chocolate pudding.
Oh, God.
Oh, nice.
I didn't see that one.
You have to share that. I will.
I love that one with the red lobster. Next episode, I'm done.
Well, you know, Denai said that if they were to go on a date, she would want to cook for him, so that's kind of like her taking the red lobster.
I know, she's like giving me ideas for fan fiction. Thank you, Denai.
Yes, and I will be right there reading it, girl, because you know you, right there reading it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. This is really petty and totally off topic, and it has nothing. There is a Tumblr person who it was 100% Jessic, totally anti-Richonne, and now this chick is posting all these Richonne videos, like positive ones, and I want to be like, bitch, I know you. I call her out.
Somebody need to call her out.
I really want to. Call her out. Hypocrisy young, though.
I really just thought the powers that be was trolling. I really did. And there was a moment where I kind of cracked. You guys, I really did. I was frantic. I was freaking out. I said, when are they going to give me Richonne? What's going on? They're taking forever. It's season 6, goddammit. Like, really. But, you know,
right.
And I really did say that. I said, you know, I really thought that they were trolling there for a minute. And then I read chapter 4 for After. So thank you, Ash. And I felt better.
What did I do?
You do everything.
I read chapter 4 to After, and I felt better. So thank you, Ash.
Well, you're welcome. I still don't know what happened, but okay.
You helped. That's all you need to know.
That's all I need to know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm noticing that, and I'm noticing a lot of Carol shippers, not all, are kind of mad on Tumblr.
Because they ship ain't say fail. It kind of funk. I'm sorry. I don't want them coming. I'm sorry. Don't thumbs down the video. Please don't.
No.
But
I shouldn't.
But I'm just saying, I just don't. I don't see it. I don't. And I'm not being mean, but I don't see it with them.
You know, that's really funny, don't you think? That some people that honestly say, I trick in Richonne. I don't see it. I don't see it.
I
And
hear
then it
that all.
happens. I don't know. I'm very optimistic. I'm still a Daryl fan. Tennille. Tennille.
What? What?
I don't know. I'm very optimistic for Carol. I'm optimistic for Carol and Daryl. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know when, but it'll be nice.
I think she's gonna find love, but not with Daryl. I just don't think. I don't see Daryl getting. I don't see them putting him with nobody because he's the what? He's the cash cow. They don't want to really see him with nobody. So I don't know. I just don't see it. I just don't.
See, part of me feels like guilty because we've had the same struggles, but we got ours and they haven't gotten theirs.
Right.
I feel bad, kinda. Not a lot bad.
So are they bitter? Are they bitter?
Some are. Yeah.
Well, you know what they need to do? They need to start coming for Gimple like y'all had to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all represented for us. Y'all was coming for Gimple. Y'all was coming for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was coming for them. So maybe they need to get on that bandwagon and start coming for Gimple and Gail and all the rest of them. Then maybe they'll get what they want. I don't know.
I don't know, because Gimple has been putting
what to say. I'm sorry that it didn't work out for y'all yet. I hope it do. I don't see it. I never have saw it. I just haven't. But good luck to them. I hope they, it come through.
I know their pain. I want them to be
Let
happy.
me shut up before let me just shut up.
Let us enjoy our thing that we have struggled for without tagging it in Richonne and being like, well, Carol should have gotten it first. Like, just let us have a day, man. Just let us have our day.
Because I've seen some of the stuff.
Well, a minute.
Leave us alone, because y'all shit ain't got nothing to do with us, honestly.
Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And I've seen some of them say, like, we still waiting for ours, but I'm glad y'all got y'all,
I guess I'm not following the right people, or maybe I am following the right people because I don't see it. I don't see that kind of Tumblr on my wall.
They're not even people I'm following. I put in Richonne, and they have tagged it Richonne, but it's about Carol.
So I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
And I'll see something. There's a chick that keeps putting like comparing like Bethel and Richonne together.
Oh gosh.
Girl, down. They fell on that girl been dancing a whole season and a half.
I am so done. You know what? I am done with Bethel. Okay, I've seen those in the Richonne tags, and I'm like, you guys are not supposed to be in here. Please let it go. She got shot in the head. You saw a big gaping hole in that head. She is gone.
It scares me to see them people still think she's alive. That's scary.
Yeah.
They asked the spoiling the dead.
I don't know. I guess I'm just like so happy that I don't care. Like if they're
that's how it should be.
I mean, if I was a fan of Bethel, if I was a fan of Carol, I would be really bitter. And so I understand where they're coming from, and I don't even mind that they tag the stuff because I think that's a problem with Tumblr. I think it's all to do with how Tumblr is made, and so there isn't a way that you can really keep it separate unless you just unfollow everybody. So I don't blame people for tagging stuff the way they want to because it's for your own organization. You don't have to care about what other people see. So I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
In a Richonne tag, if they're not going to add Richonne in the conversation, then why are they tagging Richonne in the conversation?
They're adding Richonne because they're comparing, hey, this happened with Richonne, why didn't it happen with us? It's just the way that they organizing it. I mean,
it's the way it comes out, and I'm just mad because I want to go in there and squee and be all happy, and all I see is complaining, and I'm like, that's not what I came here for.
Well,
but they have to understand that the intimacy between these characters are different.
When I go into the Richonne tag, I honestly don't see all of this complaining, because I just block it. And I think that's what you have to do. If you see something you don't like, just block it, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Like, the only time I see bad stuff is when people I'm following, like, reblog this stuff. And it wouldn't happen if people would just stop reblogging it.
Oh, speaking of reblogging, listen, anybody heard or seen Lone Wolf?
Nope, I don't want to talk about her.
Oh no.
I don't want to talk about her. She gets too much attention as it is.
No. Her response. Anyone seen her response since Richonne went canon?
She's like, I saw it all the whole time, right? She's just like, I told you that was going to happen. Isn't it great? She didn't do that, probably. Did she do that?
Oh, no, that's what I'm asking. Anyone?
Oh,
We didn't pay attention to her.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't
We don't need to
know.
know anything that she says. We know it's all bullshit. So
Right,
let's just not talk about her.
You don't. She's like Voldemort. You do not speak her name.
It's just
Right.
the naysayers. It's like them. It's those ones that you just like want to be like, haha, in your face.
Yeah, but you know she was going to turn anyway because she just wants attention.
Yeah.
She just says stuff because she wants attention and she wants to like feel like a victim when people disagree with her. So.
But
Yeah.
remember, we're not Michonne fans. Remember, the Richonners are not, Michonne fans. She is.
Yeah.
Remember that.
When I want to fight back, I have to remind myself, we won. It happened. It was fantastic.
Exactly. There's no
He's
need to
not going
fight back.
nowhere. He's not going nowhere. It's going to be awesome. And I have to, because I get like bitter and stuff. I want to start fighting with people. I'm like, there's no reason for it.
Right.
Because we won. Not that it was a competition, but yeah, we won. So
We still won.
we did win. And it worked out really good. I'm so happy.
What do you drink when you have a victory? What do you drink? What do you eat when you have a victory like this?
I went to a birthday party lunch yesterday and accidentally got drunk, so I didn't drink anything last night. I got a margarita that was way too big, and it was like a fishbowl, like you're supposed to share with people, and I'm like, this seems really big, but okay. And then
I'm gonna take it all by myself. Oh, my kind of party.
I had nachos and I had a margarita, and I was feeling really good. I was happy, but yeah, by that time I couldn't drink.
I'm happy. I am so happy.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
Woo!
Yep.
I had to explain to my husband why I kept taking selfies with mints in my hand. What are you doing? I'm like, it's for Richonne. He's like, did you buy those mints just for Walking Dead? And I'm like, yeah. I did not even open them. I didn't even use them. I just bought them so I could take a picture with them.
Yeah.
Because I'm sad.
I missed it. I missed that.
Yeah, people
I held up mints.
Yeah, people were taking pictures of their mints. I took some pictures of some mints that I didn't have for about 2 years, and I took a picture of them. Mm-hmm. I just pulled them out my purse and took a picture. Oh.
Do you think we're going to get more loving next week? Not necessarily sex, but more kissing? Or
is it supposed to open that way?
I'm hoping. Next week?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it have the SEO warning?
It does, but I wonder if it's because it starts right where it ended, and when they're naked with the weapons. I wonder if that's what it is. But
I'm guessing that's probably what it is, and it's just gonna be like action, action. But
I hope that it's not in that office they're going through, because that would be nice. But I doubt it.
What was that, Ash?
Like they show in the preview, they're going through like an office together. It looks like, and I just was hoping that something would happen.
I'm gonna need you to write a fan fiction about that.
Oh, look at that desk.
Give me one.
Do it. They could do it every episode, and I wouldn't be bored. I would just, it's time for them to have sex. Okay, cool. I would be fine with that.
We're such trash.
I'm honestly waiting for the switch to HBO.
I mean, we can sit up here and write fan fiction because we have been going y'all, I mean, a lot. I've seen a lot, and we deserve it. We deserve to.
We
Yes,
earned it.
we
Yes,
deserve this.
I'm all
It's
for
been
it.
a lot.
Hmm.
Been a lot.
I remember squealing and freaking out because he touched her arm with 2 fingers. I was like, oh my god! And now it's like, wow.
They're kissing.
But I'm still kind of amazed that we got them having sex and they haven't even hugged on screen yet. Like,
I know.
crazy to me. Like, in a good way.
No, that
Crazy.
pulling her down to him moment was my hug.
It was a nice one. It was a nice hug, yeah.
I mean, did I just say, I just feel like that couch scene was so real when he did pull her to him. You know what I'm saying? Because if anybody knows, being on a couch with a guy, that happens, you know, and I'm just like, that was so real. You know what I'm saying? To see that, I was just like, oh my goodness, that is so true to form. You know what I mean? It was just, it was amazing. It wasn't forced. It was just great.
It was
Like I
perfect.
was watching it. Did anybody else feel that like we were watching a private moment that maybe we shouldn't be watching? I felt like
Yeah,
You want to kind of like do this.
That's what made it even better.
I want to watch, but I shouldn't.
But
I'm
we were
going to.
Jesus at that time. We were Jesus looking.
Who are you, James?
Yes.
Ew. The victimless crime.
Not Eugene.
Oh God! If you
know
Eugene,
what
that's nasty.
Someone posted a picture with me shown on the couch and Eugene behind him. I laughed. I was so upset for laughing.
Oh God!
It was
Man.
I would have loved to see that one. Oh my goodness.
Maybe he'll be the first one to find out.
Oh.
oh my god. That would be
In the office?
Oh god. Oh,
Okay.
he's looking behind like.
There we go.
Oh.
I know. I mean, they were in the office. Wasn't nobody behind them. You know, had to go and cock it to the side.
I'm getting my hopes up. I don't want to do that. I can picture it.
You know, cock it on that to the side.
Oh my God.
Wasn't there was a fiction, a Richonne fiction of them at the church, and they went into Father Gabriel's office and they did it on a desk, right? There's one, right?
It was?
I
think so.
And I'm trying to think who wrote that one.
Was it Church Talk?
Well, I wrote one. I'm sure
So,
there's plenty.
yes. And oh gosh, see here I go. Because that fan fiction be giving
Fan
me
yourself,
life.
Cecile, fan yourself.
I think Singapore has one too. I think she's got one too, where they're having sex in the church.
They should have.
If they're on the desk. I remember that one.
The crucifix looking down at him. Disapproving.
Let me douse you.
Father, where I have sinned.
Watching.
It's been a whole apocalypse since my last confession.
What is it? The Christ that repels you. The Christ. I'm going to give you an exorcism.
She's like, I want to drive the demons out of you. She's like, Rick already took care of that. I'm good.
Yeah, Rick already got it.
Right?
I'm sorry.
Oh, we are so bad.
Oh. I think I'm gonna go because I got 5 hours of sleep last night, so I'm gonna go to sleep now.
You got that much?
Yeah. It's almost midnight, and I'm like, just one more look at the gifts. Just one more.
I completely understand. I was better too, because I did look at some more gifts, and then the articles started coming out, and I was reading them, and I was like very involved, and I looked at the time. I was also watching the episode encore again, And then I'm so silly. I'm waiting for the encore to play, and I have it recorded. I recorded it. It was just so easy for me to play it again.
You could skip the commercials, though.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Get
I
past the
went straight
commercial.
to the end. I went straight
Skip
to
the
the
middle.
end. Replayed that scene like, I don't know, 6, 7 times.
60 or 70.
You just watch the first part, and then you fast forward and watch the end.
Yes, and watched the
That's
very
right. Yes.
Yep,
That's
and then
exactly
went
what
on
I did.
YouTube and I
I
watched
wrote
it
like
there again, and I put it on a loop, on listen, on repeat, put on another loop. It's just crazy. I was just.
It's so awesome, though. It was just gorgeous. It was so well
Yes.
done. I was so happy with it. I
I
can't believe
couldn't believe it.
You know,
I still can't.
I just wanted to bring up something very comedic to me. And I don't know if you guys had talked about it because I had stepped away for a little bit. It was when Denise went up to Daryl and gave him her list and then asking for, the soda, and she mentioned that she calls it pop because she was from Ohio. And Daryl looked at her like, you know what, woman, I don't care. But there was a moment where there was a moment where she raised her hands up and did some kind of hand motion, and he did a hand motion too. And I was like, if they're trying to do jazz hands, they're doing it wrong.
But you know what, for a second, she made it seem like it sounded like to me she was like going looking for like sex toys or lubricant. But no, but the way she was talking about it, she was like, because she kind of mentioned it in her sleep. And, I want to do this for her before she goes on this run. And I'm like, what is she talking about? Because I really wasn't listening to what she was saying. And I thought she was talking about some sexual toys or some lubricants. I didn't know.
That's the case.
That secretive about pop?
Pop is
Pop?
something.
I definitely
I
think
love
that
pop.
they were
I'm addicted
sleeping
to pop. I
together.
have never talked about it in my sleep. I don't think. But
It was done.
apocalypse rules are different.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about no soda pop in my sleep. That just ain't.
She's
Yeah.
like,
but what do you guys think of, what was it what run that Tara and Heat is doing though? Because she mentioned that Tara and Heat is going to do a 2-week run. If they're going on a 2-week run, what's the point of Rick and Darryl going on their run? Well, I think Rick and Darryl's run was personal. I think.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably like going out further than Rick and Daryl would.
Right.
So
A lot.
Why pair Tara?
And it's just those two. That's not smart.
I don't know, man. Gosh, I just want her to die already. I mean, it's not personal. I'm just done with Tara.
Yeah, I am too.
Won't be long now.
Yeah, so I mean, Candy.
Yeah, she's gonna get that arrow to the eye. She gonna get that arrow to the eye. She getting it.
Candy Ma asked, with Tara and Heath going on a run soon, do you think there's a chance they might kill Heath? I feel like Tara dying might be too predictable because everyone is expecting it.
I want it to happen.
I just feel like we haven't heard much about Heath, though.
Because Heath has a new TV show.
Joined a new show, though, so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. I don't want them to kill off Heath.
Yeah, like Heath.
He's
I don't want him.
I don't really have any feelings about him either way, because like we haven't really seen anything of him other than him getting in Richonne's face about Rick. Didn't really like that.
And she defended Rick. Yeah. Defended Rick, defended Team Family. Yeah, that was good. But I don't know, man. Maybe if they kill them both, that would be great. Well, not both, just Tara.
I gotta go, but it was really good talking to you.
Bye.
Bye, Vicky.
Thanks for joining us.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I'm still partially getting rid of Tara. I'm sorry. Like, you see how Tennille's ready for Daryl? I'm ready for Tara.
I'm ready for Tara too, just like I am for Daryl. Tara can go. I want that arrow to the eye. Bye, Tara.
I should say they both can go. Honestly.
I guess I just want a massacre, pretty much.
I'm not going all that. I just,
I only want like 5 characters left.
They kind of need it because they can't write for 25 characters well.
No,
So
they can't.
not
And
well.
now we're gonna get the saviors, and then the hilltop. That's a whole bunch of more characters. We got to start killing people. I can't stress it enough.
You know, I'm kind of disappointed that they lost that truck, though. I'm a little upset that Rick parked so close to the riverbank.
Why
That
were they
was so
driving?
dumb.
Were they going there to check out the cars?
I don't know, but I had thoughts of how they were gonna get that truck out. I mean, like a backhoe. How they, would they be able to find a backhoe, some chains?
But all the supplies are destroyed.
Just destroyed. Except for the canned goods. But everything else, gone.
Yeah, but how are they gonna get? Then there's no way of them like getting it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know, but
It'd be too
I'm
dangerous
just
to try and
what
go
a
in there.
waste.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Well, we
surprised,
wouldn't
like
have
if it had been me, I would have been like crying over that stuff and be like, that was food to feed my kids. My
Yes.
toothpaste.
Yeah, but there wasn't any reason for them to jump out of the truck, though. Daryl was in the driver's seat. He could have easily hit on that brake.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
or Rick could have just, instead of Rick getting out and like stabbing the walkers, he could have just run over the walkers. Like,
Yes.
Or how about
I agree
this?
with her.
When he pushed the brakes on the truck and Jesus flew off, they could have kept going.
Right.
Yeah. They didn't have to chase him.
You know, we could have just done that.
That's simple.
But I did like the way he said, "Hold on." I don't know. I love how he said that. He sounds so good. Hold on. Like, I don't know.
But I mean, I think this goes back to like Corey Reed being one of the people that wrote this episode, because I remember saying when I first found out he was writing it, like nothing's gonna make sense. And I think this is like Miss Curious pointed out that like he was the one who had to have written the Daryl and Rick stuff, because there's no way he wrote the Richonne stuff.
That's true.
No.
Maybe, because I'm so disappointed about that truck, though.
I'm disappointed in them trying to get that vending machine, that old broke down vending machine. They had that dragging when they were driving off. I'm like, really?
Well, that's how he got the.
That was all Jesus.
In the first place.
He couldn't let it like remove it. Just
Like how did these two guys who were chasing him on foot catch up to this guy in a truck? Like,
Because he was fixing the tire or something.
Yeah.
He was the tire broke. A girl, not a tire. How that happened, I don't know.
but if the tire was messed up, then how were Rick and Daryl able to drive away in the truck? Like when they got into the truck, I thought, okay, they're gonna turn
by the time they
key,
came up.
and then like the gas would run out, so that's useless anyway. So like, yeah, nothing made sense.
Nothing made sense. And then my thing is, y'all did all that running and y'all wanted to drink soda. Doesn't that dehydrate
they were thirsty. They were parched. They didn't have any water.
I'm sorry. I mean, I understand that, and I've been parched and thirsty. Being outside, whatever. But I ain't running for no soda. I'm sorry. Let me just suck on the spit. I just suck on the spit.
Probably a sugar
I'm not doing no soda. I'm sorry. I've been passed out. Just took all my little dehydration from me. That soda. And they were drinking that soda like it was just straight up water. They were like, now you know that soda is hot. That soda gonna bloat your stomach. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm just going too deep into real life with the episode. Leave it alone. The soda was flat. The soda was flat. It was flat. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a point there.
We got another comment, or comment from Tinash M. She says, just getting ready for work, so I missed some parts of the conversation. But did anyone speculate what might have happened in those 2 months, especially with the domesticity we are seeing between the Grimes? So, like, let's think about some like domestic scenes that happened that we didn't get to see.
Okay.
I was like an accidental bathroom break. Like someone was coming out of the shower, someone towel dropped, like oh oops, sorry.
And you know she ain't gonna pick that towel up. She like, ooh,
You know,
you.
I thought about that, or like, like what do you want to eat for dinner? Like I gotta change. Maybe they took turns changing Carl's bandages. Playing with Judith on the floor. It was.
I'm gonna die.
Know. So let me ask y'all this: whose room do you think they're gonna take? Michonne's room or Rick's room?
Rick.
I like Michonne's room.
I do too. It looks more.
It looks bigger.
comfy.
Well, they were in Rick's room. So.
It looks like it's on a bunch of bricks. That big sitting on bricks. It's no headboard. It's just a mattress, right?
Sometimes that's all you need.
Obviously, look.
Sorry.
No, but Denai said in the episode, like she said that Rick's room was upstairs and hers is downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is the case, I'm sure she would move upstairs. I wouldn't feel comfortable if I want to be knocking boots with my husband and people hearing it downstairs.
But I would think you're away from everybody, so you would want to be downstairs because you're away, they can't hear you, you know.
But does this mean that Jesus walked all through the house?
If they noticed anything with Daryl and Carol being there.
And where's Morgan? Like, they just forgot about all their roommates.
I don't.
Or did some of them move out? Did some of them move out and just Daryl lives there with them? Because she asked about Daryl. So I'm sure he's living there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they must have moved out because Rick was sharing a room with his kids at first. So I guess
everybody didn't moved out, yeah. And Daryl is just staying there. But Daryl don't need a bed. He sleep on the floor. So
he sleeps on the porch.
But he did say that, didn't he? Say he don't need a bed. He just sleep anywhere.
Yeah, but Daryl life just so hard.
That's what he wants to do.
He's up there talking a freaking raccoon on the front of the steps. So I mean, he don't need a bed.
That is, yes, I do remember that. Yes.
He don't need a bed.
Maybe
might surprise us. I don't know. I don't know why I'm defending Daryl so much. To me, I heard what she said, I heard.
I'm not going to ask because
guys, coming from my heart now. This is coming from my heart. Season 4, to me, it will still be up there as like my favorite episode. So here we got the bottom half of season 4, and Daryl was pretty much lost and whatnot. So he started hanging out with the Claimers, and then everything happened. What happened down the road? So you had Rick, Richonne, Carl, and Daryl, and to me, that worked. It was nice. Like I don't see him being alone. I don't think he can handle alone well. And
so what is Daryl like there? The pet or what?
No, I don't know. I guess I feel for him because I don't know. It's like he was abused. Carol was abused. I don't know. I just find maybe he is a lost puppy.
They gotta put him on a leash, take him off. Tell him how to have manners, how to eat, how to.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just feel very protective, I guess.
Honestly, Amy, I agree with you. Like season 4, Daryl was one of my favorite characters, but that was 2 seasons ago. and he's really annoying now. Like I was Carol and Daryl hard, but nah, just let him die.
Yeah, it's time for him to go sell on, you know.
Yeah, he can go.
Because that's really, I mean, it's just too, like I said before, it's too many people coming in, and it's time for Daryl to go.
They have Jesus now. What we need Daryl for?
Oh God.
We need to get ready to get
Dwight.
what's his name? Dwight. So what we need, really, what we need Daryl for?
Somebody tell me.
Well, I want some. I need something. Emmy, tell me what we need Daryl for. With those two new people coming in.
Oh, what happened to Emmy?
I'm thinking.
See, you kind of know the jig is up. The jig is up. It's up, girl.
I don't know. I think there's always room
hold on to
for
Daryl a little bit longer.
and there's always going to be room for other characters. It's just the way, like, they just need to find a balance, like because there are other shows where they've got huge casts and they can still find a balance and the story still makes sense. It's just The Walking Dead doesn't know how to do that yet.
Right.
So
They just need to find a story for Daryl. Give him meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like we say with Michonne, you know, now that we kind of see something with Michonne, we need to give Daryl some meaning. I guess if they gave him meaning or gave him a relationship, hey, if they gave him Carol, great. I mean, give him something instead of him just going out there firing rocket launchers and saving the day and getting out of stuff that he shouldn't be getting out of every single time. Tired of seeing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give him something. Give him a relationship. Give him, like, something to care about. Because really at this point, he don't care about nothing now. At first, he was good. He was going out wanting to find people. And now he's just like this, I don't know, he's a grump.
He's just a blob of Daryl, and I don't need him.
we've got another question from Simple, and she says, I'm stressing out. Who kidnaps Michonne? What is this about? So, spoilers.
It's the Saviors, right?
Yeah, the Saviors kidnapped her and Glenn, supposedly.
Because of Daryl.
Thank you. Because Daryl acting a fool out in the wilderness, and they go after him.
Don't nobody care about Tara.
Lord, okay, now you done brought me back to, you know what, he got to go. He don't need us.
Do we know when this is supposed to happen?
Episode
15, 14, right? 15, because 13 is where I think Tara and we're supposed to see Tara and Heath, and that's when she dies. So in between 14 and 15 is where they're supposed to get kidnapped.
Wait a minute. Tara's gonna die? She's gonna die?
We're pretty sure, yeah.
We're pretty sure, yeah. 13, she's out of there. 12, 13, she's out.
Yes. Okay. All right. Good.
Lady, where were you?
Hold on, lady. Yeah, where'd you come from? Okay, Carol. Just coming out the bushes.
I've been here.
So in 15, I think I remember that like Rick, Michonne, Judith, and Carl were shooting a scene. So Michonne probably gets kidnapped like right after that.
Right.
Okay.
As long as Michonne is okay and she make it out, I'm good.
I'm scared for my boo.
Yes.
I think she's safe, but I think that just because of like Denaya's success, like there's a part of me that wonders like if she might want out to like go on and do other stuff. So,
Right.
She's a very important character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you know what? I understand what you're saying as far as success because she is successful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think that they would have done. I doubt they would have done Rick and Michonne if she was gonna leave.
Yeah.
If she wanted, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they would have went there. If they weren't gonna do it, you know, then I can understand that. But they've done it, so she's got to have signed on for a couple of seasons to say, okay,
Well,
if
I
we're
don't
gonna go
know because usually when couples get together, that's when they either split up immediately, or somebody dies, or something happens. Like
I would be so pissed.
I've never seen like a happy couple on TV before, really.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
it.
I know when I read Dimple, when they were asking him about, you know, when Rick gets with somebody, they always die. And they asked him, you know, what will happen to Michonne when she die? And he was kind of like, you know, can we just have, you know, this or whatever? So that to me kind of sound like, no, she's not going to die.
Yeah, I don't think she is, but I'm saying it'll be like a first for me at least to have like a couple get together and like actually stay
Uh-huh.
together.
Y'all know I'd be done with this show, right? Like, I'm done.
With the sickness, I'm out. The
I
minute.
be out. I be raiding in the streets. Y'all be seeing me on the news. Raiding in the streets. Just like, what was that? Oh, Dancing with the Stars, when that man shot that TV out, when Brandy didn't win. Y'all gonna be hearing about me shoot my TV out because they killed Richonne. I'm just saying.
If it had happened before Richonne happened, I think it would be more upset. But as it is, I'm like, this is as good as TV gets, I think. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's in the back of my mind, but I think I'm just set on it being Glenn so I can prepare myself mentally. And if it's Daryl, I'll have a celebration. But the other two, I'm be devastated.
I mean, yeah, I would be okay with Daryl. I really would. I would be sad for him. You know, I would probably pour 40 to him, to my dead homie, and I would get over it and move on. So there
Yeah.
you go. Okay. Just saying. So yeah, he can go. I wonder what's gonna happen with Morgan. Is he gonna make it through? Is he not? That's who I'm like. What they gonna do with Mr. Morgan?
I
Well,
hope
we
they
got
do
a
something
90-minute
with him
episode.
because he's been a huge
Huh?
disappointment to me.
A girl, I know. Ugh. What you bring him back for? I still get
Yeah,
mad
they
about
did that on
that.
purpose too.
Mm.
Well, the build-up for season 6 was like Morgan's going to be this character that's so anti-Rick, and then it was like, really? I don't see it.
They didn't even talk
Right.
after the first episode.
They don't talk because of Daryl.
Well, I think they didn't talk because Morgan was all up in Carol's business, or Carol was all up in Morgan's business, so it's like
Thumbs
they
up with
can't have
that
more
too.
than one person in the story at a time.
Thumbs up with those two because they gonna be having a lot of scenes together pretty soon.
Do they go
Hmm.
to the kingdom? Did I read that or something? Do people think that's going to happen?
That Morgan and Carol go to the kingdom?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I've read that speculation. It seems plausible to me.
yeah, that it does. So I guess Morgan, what he turned into Ezekiel? Not. Girl, did y'all see that though? How they were tripping about, well, who gonna be with Ezekiel if Michonne is with Rick? Who
Oh
gonna?
yeah.
Whoa, they
Oh,
just
that
messed
was
up the
weird.
story. I'm like, get over it. Get over that. Move on.
Who
That's
They can
cares?
already have a
it's just
woman.
'cause that's
Why can't they
Jordan's
not have him with somebody already? When you get to the kingdom, he can have a chick
Right.
already. Calm down.
Or he can get with Carol. Or he could
Thank
not
you.
like, shut up.
Yes. She
I
can
don't care
tighten up
about
some
his
dreadlocks for him. Yes. Yes. I agree.
They both got pretty gray hair, you know.
Yes. You know. Now you know, he can tell her what herbs and berries to put on the hair and everything. Yes, I agree. Mhm.
No.
I sure
There's no
do.
need to worry about his
I was
feels.
bothered by that. I really was. I was like, wow, any excuse. Any
Right.
excuse.
That's all it is. I don't care about it.
We got another comment from Candy Ma. She says, "Did you guys notice that Judith was squatting in the beginning scene? I thought she was about to get up and start walking towards Michonne."
If she does not walk, I will throw.
Let's give this question to Lainey, because you know how she feels about Judith. Lainey.
Yes. Yes.
What did you feel about that, about baby Judith? She looked like she got bigger and she's squatting and she's still playing with her solo cups. And what do you think?
I think that they are like mulling over. In real life, that girl will have some developmental issues. But for the sake of the story and TV show, we're not going to delve, go all that deep into it. But I'm thinking by my timeline, she's got to be every bit of 2, like 2.5. She should be walking. She should be walking. She shouldn't be rolling over. She should be walking. But
that's true.
Every baby, every baby is different. So, but she, as far as I'm concerned, Judith is still there just as background scenery. Because if you're really going to bring her into the story, you need to bring her in. She should be talking without a doubt. She should be saying something like "shh" or something mocking the people around her. She was on the road with them for 3 months and she ain't never cried. She making it. Don't get me started on Judith. All right.
Well, how about this? When they were looking up at the stars, Judith did point her finger. She's pointing.
When she was on the porch, she said something.
Now I will say that when Michonne came up on the steps with Carl and Judith, I said it looked like she was reaching for Michonne.
Like she knew her, exactly.
Yeah, but
it sounded like she said Michonne or was trying to say Michonne.
Wait, say that again, Ash.
It sounded like, if you listen closely, it sounds like she's trying to say Michonne. It's really cute.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But it did look like she was reaching for it. But no, I don't think that they're going to just make it seem like Judith is just, she was raised in a normal environment for these past 2 years, and she was never hungry, nothing like that. She's fine. She's great.
They want to feed her acorn.
Crushed up acorns and stuff. But no, her little belly is just fine from eating crushed up acorns for however many weeks long. So... Like I said, but I mean, but yes, when you feed her acorn, cute.
What was that, Emmy?
No, I was like, were they feeding her acorns?
No,
remember when
but
they first stumbled across Aaron in that barn, and that baby was crying, and Rick was really mashing up them acorns
with his gun.
Acorns with the dirty butt of his handle on his gun.
But that's perfectly fine for a baby. So.
Not put up with that. A mother
I completely forgot that.
A mother would say, take those crushed up acorns and go rinse them off with some water or something. Just anything. No.
But to me, I'm like, you can't even do a good job of mashing up them acorns. That baby ain't got no teeth.
It should have been crushed. He was giving her crushed up acorn crackers.
Thank God for Aaron talking about, I got some applesauce. Applesauce off the apple tree. Thank God for him.
He would rather choke her than maybe poison her.
I'm going to look that up. Can you eat acorns?
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can eat them.
No, really, I didn't know that you can eat acorns. That's why.
I didn't either until I saw Rick mashing up every bit of that acorn.
Hey, wait a minute. Look, if squirrels can eat acorns, right? Because they eat acorns, right? Squirrels?
Yeah.
Squirrels got all kind of diseases, though.
Those chipmunks. Chipmunks eat acorns?
I'm sure they
eat acorns. I'm saying a human could eat acorns, but the question is, should you? They're like short little
No,
ragged.
no, I don't think you should. I think they're too acidic or
baby.
something. They would not be good. And you're definitely
See,
not
that's
good
the
for a
question
baby.
that I have to ask. Why the
Oh
acorns
my
for the
god,
baby?
I'm actually looking it up. And then you can eat acorns. You can roast it. You can turn it into brittle. You can even make a bread and cookies too.
But does it say anything about crushing it up with the butt of a gun handle and feeding it to a baby? Does it say anything like that?
Like, was he
You
making
know
acorn
what?
butter? What is he doing?
I think I have eaten acorns before. Don't they put that in Nutella? Don't they put acorns in
That's
Nutella?
hazel.
No, that's hazel.
That's hazel.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my god.
It's like the best belly gut laugh I had.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh, okay, I'm done. I'm done.
It's hazelnut and cocoa.
Oh my god.
All right, Ash, you're responsible for writing the next thing where Rick thinks that that acorns are in Nutella.
What's that? I would never get to.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
And then you can thank Neil for the inspiration.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Okay. Any more questions? Okay.
Yeah, another question, please.
Okay. Candy Ma says, I thought Carl not wanting to leave Walker Deanna was a good callback to him leaving the Walker that killed Dale. He didn't want the same thing to happen to Michonne.
Agree.
Oh, maybe.
No, I think he just
Maybe,
really
but I-
loves her and looks out for her, and he doesn't want anything happening to her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but because he's remembering that he left a Walker out, or he didn't put down a Walker, and then that Walker killed Dale. So that's the reason why he's saying he's not leaving it, because he doesn't want that what happened to Dale would happen to Michonne.
Oh, okay. All right, I can see that. Yeah.
And I think that's an excellent point that I hadn't even thought of, but yeah.
Yeah.
My baby is growing. He's learning from his mistakes, and he's
I
protecting
know.
Michonne, and I love him. And I love him.
You know another thing too. I think he's also outgrown Enid as well.
Yes.
I don't kind of think again, so yeah.
Well, what I got from their moment in the woods, it was like I think the woods was like his sanctuary, his moment to get away from everyone in the zone, and it just seems like it was like part of his pastime that he was willing to share with Enid, because initially she welcomed him into her time in the woods, but I really felt like he was like he's growing away, like he's on a completely different wavelength from hers. And well, what do you guys think?
I do too. Because he didn't go running after her. He was like, go, go. You don't understand. But I kind of felt bad for her because she does understand. She lost both of her parents. She saw both of them get eaten alive, you know. So
Yeah.
I think her feelings was hurt when he told her that she doesn't understand what she does. You know.
Yeah, and I think she's more going away from him because she's spent all this time with Glenn and Maggie. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm feeling vulnerable again. And she doesn't want
And
to be
then I
out.
think that's where we're starting to see Carl go darker a little bit.
Yep.
In that little bit right there.
Yeah, we saw a twinge of it. He's like, oh.
Well, I don't know. I didn't really think it was that dark of him, because she said that she didn't want to be out there anymore, and he's telling her, you know, this is what I need to do, so you need to go do what you need to do. And it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going dark.
No, it was the way he did it. It was kind of
Yeah.
like the way he was kind of yelling at her. It was
And
like,
then the
okay.
way he like threw that book back in that, he was like, oh God, he was
I
like,
just,
fine.
no, to me, I just felt like, like he needed to do that so she could stop belly aching or griping about it. Like, okay, let's go. Or
He was a little bit more aggressive than we've seen Carl lately.
so, well, maybe this is
lately, yeah.
well, maybe this is him reacting to his gunshot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
But it
Or
could be him just
maybe
him reacting to remembering having to kill his own mother. Like, that has to be upsetting in and of itself.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We'll think.
Yeah.
I think the next episode he's like, what the hell are you doing in my house?
Yeah. He's like, well, I saw your daddy and Michonne getting it. He's like, what? Daddy. He just gave it to her real good.
Oh my goodness.
It's too much.
Was he gonna steal that painting when he picked it up? Was he gonna steal that?
What was he doing a painting?
He
I don't
was
know.
picking it up and looking at it. I was like, was he stealing that too?
I'm like, what's so interesting about a clean cart? Like, what is he doing?
He thought he was at a gallery because he had just seen art, so,
Yeah. He likes art like Michonne does.
Yeah.
Picking up art. He like they living better than we are at the hilltop.
I want to go back to something that Camille was talking about earlier, and she said, the reaction vids, it was so funny to see so many men admitting that they have been waiting for Rick and Michonne to get together. It's hilarious. And not a question, just a comment. But the guy's reaction, she posted a link to a guy's reaction. That's really hilarious, I guess. Have you guys been watching any other reaction videos?
I haven't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched a couple that was shared on Tumblr. There was a couple on the couch that I found that was really hilarious. It was like they were I forgot the name, but they were saying and now comes the pants and make sure you take the bra off or something. But they were really excited. They were very happy. I saw that one, and then there was the Officer Savior one where I felt like she was in the middle of an orgasm. I really did. She was like in it. She was like, yes, but yeah. Yeah, and then there was another dude. He gave his friend a high five, and he mentioned about time and. But so yeah, I was really surprised that there have been like those videos. There was three guys that were happy that Rick and Michonne finally happened.
As soon as they held hands, my husband was like, "Oh my God, it's happening."
Yeah.
It was so hard.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
My husband just looked at me. He just looked at me. He was just waiting for my reaction.
And tell you, I'm starting to feel like a pervert now every time I watch the scene because it's like it's so personal. It's like like I feel like Eugene. It's like I was saying. It's like I'm watching this scene happen. It's like I really shouldn't be watching this, but I'm compelled to watch it. That's
beautiful.
That particular, but it's so beautiful. It's like I shouldn't be watching this. It's like you're there in person. It's like you're there in the room with them, and you're standing on the other side of the room and you're watching it. That's how
It's
it feels.
intrusive, but it's so good.
It is. Oh, it is.
Just thinking about it.
Chills.
Don't get me started.
For me, it was like watching like fan fiction literally come to life. I was
Yes.
just I got so much of my life from this.
I was whelmed.
Oh God.
I just wanted to know how they got upstairs though. Like
That is
because
a
I looked in the
question.
room and I saw some of their clothes were on the floor and like
You did? You saw that?
yeah.
You saw that clothes?
Yeah, they clothes was on the floor.
Man, I
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again.
I
Yes,
know.
on the floor, and it was just like
Even Michonne's headband was gone. I was like, damn.
So do you think he carried her, or did they walk up together, or was she like straddling him, or was it bridal style, or like what? What do you guys
oh
think?
my god, if it was
All of the
straddle,
above.
I would have been gone. Oh,
I always like to think of it like she's running up the stairs and he's all like, I'm gonna get you. You know, I like to look at it like that.
I mean, they were really giggly, so
Running
oh,
up
but
the
you know
stairs.
what? Maybe they didn't go upstairs. No, there wasn't anything that says that was her room. I
It
don't
was
know.
it didn't look the
Oh,
same as the
no.
room.
It was
I
too
said it
bare.
was Rick's room.
Yeah, it was too bare. Wasn't nothing in there.
I think
I
they probably
think they probably like just like held hands and like walked up. But
Yeah.
I really
No,
like
no, not
I
for
really
that.
like the idea of her straddling him.
No,
And then like
I'm more for that straddle, and it says a lot in that kiss. That was a hungry rat. Oh, it was tender and hungry and sweet and
And when he pulled
amazing.
up from her lip, did you see this where he left his spit mark on her lip?
Oh,
no.
Y'all didn't see that?
I didn't
I'm
see
sorry,
that.
I was all up on top of the TV. Because after he tongued her and they
You know
pulled,
what?
no, after he tongued her and they pulled back, it was all that DNA right there. Yeah, all that.
I don't. You know what? I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem.
He was sucking on them soup coolers. He was sucking on them.
So you see, so you guys can understand why I kind of feel bad that was so amazing, which makes me like, oh my god, I know they're acting, but is there some sense? I don't even want to say it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm like, it was just too enjoyable. I guess I don't know. It's just bad to say it.
I mean, who can I compare this to? There is.
No one.
I can't compare it to no one. No. It was just too. The connection was just, ugh. It was off the chart.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel guilty from the way I'm thinking. It's just, but yeah. I know they're professional, they're actors, you know, they're doing their job, they have to make it as realistic as possible, but damn, that was realistic. That was just.
And what was so funny about it was how Spoiling the Dead said it. Oh, they just kissed and they made out and that's it. You know, and then when we get there, it's like, oh no, this was something totally different. Whoa.
I was preparing myself, I really was, and I remember after that moment happened, I popped over to Kay and I was like, "Did you see that?"
I saw it.
When it got to like 9:57 and nothing happened, I was like, did they
Is this
lie?
a joke?
What is going on? Is this thing gonna be 30 seconds?
I was like, I will rage. I was gonna go on their site and just go off.
Yeah,
go ham. But when I saw her walk in there and she told him to move, I said, here we go. Let me sit up. Let me sit straight up. I was ready.
Yeah. No, I knew it was going to happen because the episode was like 4 or 5 minutes over. It was like from 9 to 10:04. So I knew something was going to happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even pay attention to that it ran over that long. I was just like, You know,
Yeah, I
I
was
glued to that screen.
But did anybody feel that this should have been the February 14th episode?
yes, for a
No.
million different reasons.
Okay. I felt like this should have been February 14th. I felt like this should have the season premiere should have been the season finale. That would have just been,
Everybody feels that way.
And
Yeah.
cut out
because
episode
then I
5.
would understand the 2 month timeline.
Exactly, it would have felt natural because like 2 or 3 months
It's
had
been too
actually
much.
happened in real time.
Right.
A long 2 months.
I don't
I
know.
don't know why they did that. That's really strange. Because it was
I just feel
also
like there was someone at AMC that is a dick and doesn't know how to tell good stories and is being like a dictator and being like, you need to do this. And then Gimple's like, okay, I'll do this. Or like, I'll do this whole like supercuts mess. And then like Gimple's like, okay, I'll do it, but I'm going to do it my way, which means that they're going to suck and nobody's going to like them.
So is it possible that like the Morgan episode was added later and it was gonna be episode 8? Like it just really doesn't make sense the way they did this.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't really followed their episode timeline when it was expressed through the Spoiling Dead fans. I've seen it, like, so and so has been seen on set so this will make it episode blah blah blah, and I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, 4 was a mystery because like they had shot some of it last season or something,
Right.
and then like they shot it out of order, which is like a first for The Walking Dead. So yeah, there's a lot of mystery about it. I don't know what was going on, but
What was episode 4?
the Morgan episode.
Oh, okay.
We don't remember.
That's
No one cares. Yeah, no one cares.
That's really funny because I was very well versed into all these episodes until the bottom half of season 5 happened, and then I think I just blacked out. Like it just kind of ended for me when they got to Alexandria, and then they did this whole conquer, try, remember, forget, whatever, and I just yeah.
Yeah, I'm just pretending like that whole like this whole past season never happened because that's pretty much what they're doing.
So, so now that Jesse's dead, can y'all watch the back half of season 5 through 6, the first half now that we know that that's over?
Nope,
Can y'all
never
do
watching
it?
it again because there's no point.
Yeah,
right. I can't either. Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't care. Even though I know what's happening, I can't do it.
It was just really awful writing. It was.
It feels so pointless. It feels like that whole year was a waste of time.
It was a waste.
Nothing happened.
And nobody remembers her. So there you go.
I don't mind 5D as much, but I'm never watching 6A again. Like all of it, what you did to Glenn, what you did to Rick with Jesse, like it was just all awful, and I'm never back there again.
Yeah, I did enjoy episode 1. I did.
That was dumb
too. That Avon Vanguard.
I was boring. I was bored throughout the whole season.
Oh my god.
What? No one was in
Let's
favor.
see what 6B brings. It seems pretty great.
It's not really good.
It is.
But I'm gonna temper my expectations. I'm not gonna expect anything except disappointment.
Right, because you don't want to get upset. Yeah. No, not
and
at all.
I'm just gonna replay this one episode over and over again and pretend like nothing before happened and nothing after will happen. It's
exactly.
They're in this like nice little happy spot, and that's what it'll be forever in my head.
We'll always have this.
Yep.
Hard week. Kind of tried it a little bit.
Sounds like an inception right there.
Huh?
No, it sounds like an inception. What Kay was saying, it sounds like an inception,
I know, right?
It's like I'm gonna say right here.
I'm just gonna say in that little game.
Yeah, but you see what happened though? You see what happened? He was wrong for that too. He was wrong. So I don't know, Kay. It might be nice to stay in that little loop, but it'll eventually you have to come out and be like, oh, what just happened here?
I think when I come out, I'm just gonna have to stop watching the show. And I'm seriously thinking about like not watching season 7 in real time and just like waiting for it to come out on Netflix and just watching all at once, so that I don't have to deal with all of this bullshit about like who's gonna die and who's not gonna die and what kind of stuff they're gonna throw in our way. Like I don't know. I'm seriously thinking about it.
On Talking Dead. This is from Tanish. Tanish M. On Talking Dead, Denai says that everyone finds out pretty quickly about her and Rick. And she was asked about their reaction, and she said, "We've had to wait and see. Maybe it's just me, but it sounded like she was saying some characters might not be happy."
Sounds like what Andy said. Why wouldn't they be happy?
Yeah, that's exactly. So it just comes back to what you had said earlier in the conversation, Ash, that not a lot
ramifications.
Yeah.
That Carl's happy. That's all that matters to me. I just want Carl to be happy with them being together.
Yes, it's the children that matters, and screw everybody else. I mean, granted, they're team family and whatnot, but who would be upset about it?
I don't know who would not like that. I'm trying to sit up here and go through team family and be like, what, you wanted them or what? You know, who would be?
Like, how does it affect anybody but the two of them? That's what I don't understand. And Carl.
So please, I just don't make it too where Carl don't like it.
And it feels like people kind of know already, because you had last season, Sasha was like, it worked for you. And then Spencer's like, you've got a family to go home to. So it's like, doesn't everybody kind of assume they're together anyway?
Or we'll get together. What?
I don't know. I still don't know what Sasha meant about it worked for you. I really don't.
Maybe it'll be Sasha that have the problem.
Oh no.
Maybe it might be. You know, she kind of haterish a little bit. She a little hater.
I just want to tell you guys that somebody posted the scene again on Tumblr without the background music, and it sounds pretty dirty. All right, so you may want to check that out.
Can you like
what?
Do you reblog it? Can you like tag me in the reblog or something?
Yes, tag all of us, so I don't have to go.
Tag us.
Okay. Okay. It's yeah. Oh my God, it may be better than. Yeah, I'll tag you.
Lady, do it.
I'll tag you.
I listened to it. It didn't sound dirty to me.
With all that smacking and lip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's nothing. It's no music. It is just.
How did they get it with no music?
They just turned it down.
I removed the background music. Okay.
They removed the background music and it's just them. I don't know how they do it. Don't get me started on that one. Let me see. Baby K. All right, that one. Then yeah, it was posted by Arte from Tell It to the Dead people. Let me see.
I'm just waiting for the tag.
That's okay. I know.
Okay, just hold on. Okay, just take it down, people. All right, I'm tagging you guys as fast as I can. Okay, just hold on.
I've had it sitting open on my screen for a while. I just haven't watched it. Guilty.
Oh my God! I see
it. I knew
you were going to be on top.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't even been on Tumblr this morning, so I've missed I've missed a ton of stuff since last night.
All right,
oh wait,
I'm gonna tag.
What are you doing?
Right, I'm gonna tag you guys, and then I'm gonna tag Emmy and tag Baby. So you guys, you go back in and start tagging more people with it so they can see it. All right, I'm trying to get acclimated to a new phone, so just bear with me. All right, so then.
Okay, I'm gonna mute so I can watch.
You're gonna do it right now? during the live chat? You can't even wait until the chat is over. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on.
Still trying to get mine to come up. Dang it.
All right. No. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Now I don't see your thing coming up, Tennille. What is your Tumblr thing?
Oh, hold on. I got it. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Char, are you on here too? Did you get it yet?
Yep. It's good.
I'm telling you, it's I think I'd like it better without the music.
Yeah, I don't think there should ever be music in anything ever again.
It should be without music the whole time.
Yep.
It's pretty. It makes it all more intense. It's a whole nother viewing experience altogether, people.
I'm definitely like in the room when with that.
Yes, see, exactly. So see, even when you was listening to it to the music, you didn't feel so bad, but without the music, you're like right there, you're watching.
I love all the clothes rustling and the lip smacking and the heavy breathing. Yep.
It's personal, people. It's very personal. Anyhow, I guess we'll be seeing this all week.
I don't mind.
Man,
To see it all week.
Was she moaning? She was moaning.
Char, what's your Tumblr handle? What's your name?
Cry hooray. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Cry hooray. Cry like CRY.
Mhm.
And it didn't come up. Oh, well, that's because I'm probably not following you. Which I will be.
Oh, works for me.
So what is it? So it's CRY.
HOORAY.
HOORAY. Right.
It's too much. It's too much.
I know. I'm gonna watch it about 4-5 more times. Woo! Because it was like, I was like, ooh.
It looks like Richard Grimes on Tumblr says that after he says, okay, wait, or wait a minute, he says, okay, good to go. And then Richonne says, good, and then they kiss again.
She says, you good?
God, stop.
He said something about something between his legs, and I wish I knew what.
Yeah.
Well, I mean.
Obviously.
Trash. Oh, God.
Yeah. We can't help it.
I don't even care.
We can't. Oh, gosh. I just was moved. Yeah.
I was moved. I was definitely moved.
Uh-huh.
Anyhow,
A lot of stuff to catch up on Tumblr.
I'm ready to go to bed, guys. I have to watch the scene one more time with and without the music. That takes a little bit of time.
Going to work as well.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, we did it, y'all.
Guys. See you guys next week.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night. See
Have a
you
good week, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.